Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias wherever it is you choose to leave it tonight, because we are here for the Euro 2020 final. We knew that we were going to be here. This is game number 38 on the channel that we've watched along. We really, really hoped that England might be here. Did we really believe? I don't know. But you better believe it, because it is Italy versus England in the Euro 2020 final. We are down from 6 groups of 4 from 24 teams through all of the groups, through the round of 16, the quarters, the semis. We are down to 2. And the winner of Euro 2020 will be Italy or England. It could be a heartbreaking night, but it could be an historic night for England tonight. And we are all very, very hopeful of the latter. Both teams, you'd probably admit on performance, the 2 best teams in the competition. The Italians pretty much blitzing it from the word go and winning all 3 of their group games. England, the same, really, no goals conceded in their group and 7 points. And then big wins in the knockouts. Italy beating Belgium and then beating Spain on penalties. And England with that huge win over Germany in the round of 16. And here, God damn it, we are Italy versus England in the final. Honestly, I never thought I'd see it, England in a major final in my lifetime. It just seemed destiny that it was never going to happen. I've seen the 3 semi-finals, 1990, 96, 2018. But God damn it, here we are. And England are in the final. And can they take that one step further? So close. So close. But a fearsome opponent in Italy. Let me know how you're feeling, how nervous you are. I won't ask you for your prediction today. That's not fair. I think a lot of hearts are going to be ruling heads today. But let me know. Give me a hello. Let me know how you're feeling down there in the comments ahead of seeing England in a major tournament final. By the way, please hit like if you are here. Fill those comments up. And, of course, hit subscribe. We're over 17,800. They are, look at Wembley. Fantastic. The planes flying over Wembley now. It looks absolutely rocking inside the stadium. They're just going through the pre-game ceremony stuff. And I suppose we better have a look at the teams. And I'm wrong again. We thought Italy would be unchanged, which they are. I also thought England would be unchanged, and I thought he would stick Southgate with the back 4, but he goes to the back 3. Hopefully, we're at the point now where, when discussing these England teams, it's just we now trust in Southgate and we back what he's come up with, because all the way through the tournament, he has been right. Let's hope to God he is right tonight. In goal for England on the right, Jordan Pickford, just the 1 goal conceded, that free kick from Damsgaard. So you want to put a spin on that? No goals conceded from open play in the tournament for Jordan Pickford. In the back 3, the pace on the right-hand side of Manchester City's Kyle Walker. John Stones, the spare in the middle of the 3. He's going to have to look after Immobile. He might not be spare tonight like he normally ends up being. On the left, he's been brilliant since he came back. Harry Maguire came to the tournament not fit. Game 3, in he came. He's been really good, hasn't he? And he scored, obviously, in the quarterfinal against Ukraine. Wingbacks then tonight, Luke Shaw, who, for those people who are scared of formations written on a page, did get forward to devastating effect from wing-back and from fullback in the games against Germany and Ukraine. Luke Shaw of Manchester United. Kieran Trippier, one of Southgate's guys from 2018, is back in and a fine set player. Trippier has won the title with Atletico. Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice of Leeds and West Ham. And please look at the heat maps. They are not two sitting midfielders, especially not Calvin Phillips, and especially not in A3. They've been tremendous through the tournament, as has Raheem Sterling, who's been fabulous, of Manchester City down the inside left channel. Mason Mount, who Southgate trusts implicitly, picks up the spot that was filled by Bukayo Saka, Jadon Sancho, and is he going to be detailed on Jorginho, who's a very big influence in the deep line playmaker spot for the Italians? Can he get narrow on Jorginho? Is that the plan? Who knows? Harry Kane, God forbid, didn't score in the first games, didn't he, in the group phases, but 3 goals. Is it 4, in fact, since then? Could he get the golden boot? That would be a fine thing. The trophy that we all want to see Harry Kane grabbing hold of at the end is out and being shown to the supporters. Wow. On the bench for England, Johnston, Ramsdale, Cody, James, Mings, Grealish, Rashford, Henderson, Sancho, Bellingham, Saka, Calvert-Lewin, Phil Foden misses out. Ben White has been missing out quite regularly. Remember, on that bench, Champions League winning captain there, Jordan Henderson. Will we see him? Jack Grealish, a big fan favourite, creative player. Will we see him? Bukayo Saka, who's been tremendous. The 2 Dortmund boys, Bellingham and Sancho, a big forward, Calvert-Lewin, if we need him. Champions League winners as well. Reece James there, if we need him. It's a strong bench for England. Let me know what you think. I need to move on quickly to the Italians, and it is unchanged, as we suspected, from the semi-final lineup from the Italians. I would say they are 1 player off their best team, and he may have been their best performer in the tournament, Spinazzola, the left back. He's not here, but remember, Chiesa and Verratti have worked their way in. Di Lorenzo didn't start the first game either, the right back. They've grown, they've stuck with the same system. And here come the excellent Italians, and plenty of Italian fans over there in Wembley. And here comes Harry Kane and Jordan Pickford for the game of their lives. Come on, boys. Focus. There's Raheem Sterling. Focus. Be calmer than most of us are, please. Donnarumma in goal, a fine goalkeeper and a huge presence if we do get up to the 120-minute mark. Di Lorenzo at right back of Napoli, I think. Emerson of Chelsea is a downgrade on Spinazzola, and that obviously is bad news for Italy, is good news for England. Chiellini and Bellucci, what can I say? Amazing 36 and 34-year-olds, brilliant defenders, brilliant careers. Very much a Tony Adams feel about Giorgio Chiellini, isn't there? What a superb player. Jorginho's been tremendous, and look out for him again. I want to mention penalties twice, but look out for him. Barella and Verratti, that's the area that worries me. Jorginho, Barella and Verratti, a real excellent trio. Here go the Italians belting out their anthem. It's been a great spectacle, the Italian players singing their anthem. Bonucci looks like he's ready to kill somebody. Brilliant passion, as always, from the Italians as we go down the line. Chiesa has worked his way into the team. That's been Berardi. Look at the size of Donnarumma, for goodness sakes, as they go down that line. Wait for this, for the end of the Italian anthem. It's quite something. The fans are giving it such a passionate nation. The Italians, and plenty of them over in Bedford, where I've lived. I've seen them out today. Down the left, Insigne, great player. Is he missing his mate Spinazzola outside him? Ciro Immobile is the number 9. Here comes the end of the Italian national anthem. Fantastic stuff. I've got the sound down, but I can see the passion. Let's say hello to some of you guys in the comments. Oh, there's a super chat in here. King Apple, we will drink to you, sir. Thank you very much. Come on, England, bring it home. Best of luck. Let's hope football comes home tonight. Great show from the Italians on their national anthem. As ever, Mr. Radio Floyd, thank you so much. A super sticker from him. Here comes the English national anthem ahead of England in a major tournament final. There's Calvin Phillips and Mason Mount. Luke Shaw as we go down the line. Wenlock, thank you so much. 9.99 super chat. Shame this is the end of the tournament. It's the ending we wanted, though, isn't it? With England in the final. Thank you, and Ben, for the community for making it. Thank you, everybody. I can certainly get behind that. How are we feeling? Let me know how you're feeling. There is Gareth Southgate, who hopefully has managed to win the nation over. And there is Prince William, representing our royal family there in the stadium. And let's hope that these guys and girls in the stadium can just make a massive noise for our boys as well. Mr. E, legend, thank you very much. Another super chat. Thank you, Mr. E. He's a supporter on Patreon as well. Thanks for enhancing the tournament. Look, feeling wobbly. If you're feeling nervous, just imagine how calm Gareth Southgate has been all the way through this. And for anyone that wants to question my choice of beer, remember, this may be Italian beer, but it's been drunk during every England win in the tournament. So, yeah, if you're of a superstitious nature, I suspect that history gazumps its origin. We are flipping the coin. Harry Kane, do not let Chiellini out-psych you. He completely out-psyched the Spanish captain, Alba, before the penalties. And I've just out-psyched myself by tipping beer everywhere. Have we got anything we can clear that up with? Oh, dear. It's a bad start by me, hey? I hope Jordan Pickford has better handling than me and my beer there. But cheers, everybody. It's been a fantastic tournament. It's been great spending all of it with you. I've just given my legs a beer shower, which is lovely. Didn't go anywhere near any plugs, did it? What else are we saying in the chat? Mike, Italy goal's been drying up last couple of matches. No Spinazzola. Down that left-hand side. Typical bartender, yeah. Cheers, Ben and Josh. Keep you up forever. Cheers, everybody. Bid for Ben. Yeah, very much. So here comes the ridiculous car bringing the ball onto the pitch. What are you going to do, hey? Oh, I never thought I would see the day England in a major tournament final, potentially 90 minutes away from a trophy. Oh, my God. That sounds good, doesn't it? Is this what it feels like to support a big team, everybody? We don't all get that pleasure. Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Trippier, Phillips, Rice, Mount, Sterling, Kane, with my bias not at the door. Come on, boys, go and make history. For the Italians, Donnarumma, Di Lorenzo, Bonucci, Chiellini, Emerson, Verratti, Jorginho, Barella, Chiesa, Immobile. Insigne, calm, everybody. We are about to kick off and we are away. The Euro 2020 final. And I repeat, England are in it. We'll get you a time sync about 1 minute into the game. I've got the BBC feed going here. So let me know if you're all synced up. We'll try and get you synced within the first minute. England in the 3 at the back system that did for the Germans, didn't it? And it's a throw-in down the right, which Kieran Trippier is going to take. Let me know your thoughts as things are unfolding. We're 40 seconds in. We'll get your time stamp. Get yourself synced up with the chat, and we can hopefully enjoy the action. We'll certainly observe the action as it goes. Here's your 1 minute sync in 3, 2, 1. Sink. And a very nervous start. Harry Maguire with a poor back pass to Jordan Pickford. Stay calm, boys. Out it goes for an Italy corner after 70 seconds. First contact, please, boys. Just not settled there. Insigne and Verratti are over the corner. Mount's 10 yards away. Chiellini's up on the near post. Then it comes from Insigne, right-footed. Maguire somewhat makes amends and clears it out to Sterling. Sterling heads down to Mount, who knocks it back into Luke Shaw. And fortunately for England, the nervy moment between Maguire and Pickford has come to nothing. And Harry Kane has now played it all the way out to Trippier. A bit of an overload. Kyle Walker outside him. Trippier crosses to the back post. Shaw! England lead in 2 minutes. Oh, yes! Luke Shaw on the back post. The Italians win a corner. England counter-attack, and they have scored within 2 minutes. Oh, yes! Luke Shaw puts it in off the back post. Huge overload down the right-hand side. Stay calm, stay calmer than me. Kyle Walker came on a massive overlap. The cross in from Trippier from the right. Luke Shaw arriving, and he smashes it in. And after 2 minutes, Italy 0, England 1. How about that? Get your thoughts in the comments. England lead. It's very, very early. First attack. What a finish by Shaw. Drills it in. Keeper's got no chance. On the half volley, here it comes on the replay from BBC. You're not saving that. In off the near post. No chance for Donnarumma. And England lead after 2 minutes. Chris Powell goes mad. Gareth Southgate doesn't. That seems to be the pattern in the England technical box. It is Italy 0, England 1. Roberto Mancini says, what was that? Ciro Immobile is trying to hype his teammates up. England now need to stay calm, and this game does not want to become a circus and get stretched. If the next 10 minutes are very boring, I don't care, because after 2 minutes, it's Italy 0, England 1. What a start. Luke Shaw on the score sheet. Let's go to some comments. Unbelievable. Wow. Yeah, let's try and not get too overexcited. Let's hope the players stay calm and take the sting out of whatever resilience is now going to come from the Italians. Italy 0, England 1 after just 2 minutes. There's a handball been given against Jorginho. Mason Mount, his teammate from Chelsea, tried to run him. And call me cynical. Have we scored too early? Oh, my God. England are in the lead after 2 minutes. Let's stay calm and hope the players stay calm. England 1-0 up in 2 minutes in the final of Euro 2020. Maguire smashes the free kick forward. Kane is on the right wing battling with Di Lorenzo. Looks like Mount has fouled Jorginho. They're going tit for tat. And I don't know what to say. 5 minutes gone. Goodness me. Italy 0, England 1. No chance for the game to settle into any kind of pattern or any kind of logic. England conceded a very soft corner and then immediately scored from the counter attack. Incredible. Here is Bonucci for the Italians. Jorginho, Mount getting tight to him. Sorry, it's Verratti, and there's a foul by Calvin Phillips. Our referee tonight we are familiar with from the tournament, Bjorn Kuipers of Netherlands, is our referee. Here come the Italians down the left. Insigne against Trippier. Inside it goes. Verratti across to Barella. Barella out to Chiesa. England fold back into shape. Luke Shaw closes down Chiesa, the goal scorer. Maguire gets a foot in. Hoiked forward, headed away by Kyle Walker. Declan Rice is a winner. Mount tries to head away. It's all very messy in the midfield. It's picked up by Chiesa now. Chiesa is going to win a free kick there. It's clumsy from Luke Shaw. Shaw and Maguire too close together. They got in each other's way. And yeah, it's poor from Shaw after scoring that goal. We'll give him a pass, but it's a free kick to the Italians, and it's another defensive setup now for England. They've already had to defend a corner. Insigne looks pretty interested in this one. So does Emerson. Remember, dare I say, Damsgaard smashing a free kick in for Denmark in the semi-finals. And Emerson looks like he's lining this one up. We got the double wall from the Italians. We're coming up 7 minutes. Italy 0, England 1. Insigne comes and takes it over the wall, over the bar. Kieran Trippier says, stop, calm down, don't take it too quickly. Insigne tried to move that one quickly. Pickford comes across the goal, has it covered. Over the bar it goes. Mancini looks on. 7:25 on the clock. Italy 0, England 1. Calvin Phillips clears up the line. Sterling, I don't think Raheem Sterling, who's been possibly the best player for England in the tournament, has had a touch yet. Incredible. Here is Di Lorenzo down the right-hand side. Di Lorenzo knocks it across. Maguire and Chiesa battling. Maguire just too strong for Chiesa. Maguire trying to organise at the back. Gareth Southgate looks on. Italy 0, England 1. Steve Holland behind him looks calm. We hope things stay calm. 8 minutes and 15 seconds gone. Shaw is going to take the throw in. In it comes to Kane, who chests down and boots away. England have basically had the ball for about 30 seconds in this game. That's well read by Sterling. And they scored. Sterling draws the foul from Giorgio Chiellini. Stands up, gets in the way, and the big guy smashes into the back of him. Well played, Sterling. England, very little possession, 35% so far. Here is Shaw. Shaw tries to poke it down the line for Mount. Di Lorenzo makes the block. Throw in down the left for England, which Luke Shaw will take. Shaw, he's got a runner in Calvin Phillips. Kane has come short. Shaw taking his time with the throw. Down the line to Phillips. Bonucci, big one in the back of Phillips, but he wins the header. Another throw in to England. Here is Kane. Kane plays it inside to Walker. Walker plays in Trippier. Trippier crosses low. Chiellini makes the block. Sterling have made that run that we've seen grab him goals in this tournament. The cross didn't quite make it. Kieran Trippier's just gone 50-50 with Insigne. And the Italians are going to have the throw. It's a great ball by Kyle Walker inside the fullback to get Trippier in down that side. Here is Insigne. Insigne to Jorginho. Verratti. Insigne coming short. Insigne clips that one in. Nice idea that. Immobile made the run off the back of the centre halves. But the ball is just over hit. And out goes the clearance to Luke Shaw. Chiesa closes him down. England win the throw. And what seems like about 35 minutes of football has only been 10 minutes and 45 seconds. But it's Italy 0, England 1. Luke Shaw with the very, very early goal. Shaw throws it down the line. Shaw to Kane, and Kane brilliantly draws the foul. Referee Keepers is just having a word with Luke Shaw about how long he's taking on the throw-ins. He doesn't want to take a cheap booking. I get that he's trying to slow down and take the sting out of things, but he doesn't want to play on a yellow card, especially at wing-back, does he, Luke Shaw? Here's the goal again. Trippier's cross floated over. There's the overload. Everyone's gone with Kane. How's that for a finish, eh? Half volley, just drills it in off the post. And England lead early doors. 11:40 on the clock. Here's Kane. Kane into Maguire. Maguire back to Kane, coming very short. Kane turns Chiesa. Oh, Kane's done well again and finds Trippier. This is where the goal came from. Trippier crosses in. No Luke Shaw arriving that time. Sterling, who is ever reliable, makes the run into the middle and couldn't quite be found there. Great play by Kane, who's coming so short so far in this game, but so far, so good. Di Lorenzo's conceded the corner. So much room. Trippier is doing great. He's looking good in that right wing back position, isn't he? Maybe they can expose Insigne down that side, who's a very attack-minded left winger for the Italians. In comes the corner for England. Donnarumma's going to grab that one easily. 12:40 on the clock, and it's thrown out to I think it's Immobile who comes out. I thought he'd drawn the foul. He went down. Referee gives it one of those and says, "Get up." Here is Stones. Oh, lovely ball from Stones into Sterling. Sterling turns and drives at the Italians. Great play by Sterling. Gets England up the pitch. Sterling, Phillips. First real, honestly, I know they're leading. We played 13 minutes. First real bit of knock the ball about, keep it possession for England, it feels like. Here is Phillips, Rice, Shaw. Nice one in behind. Mount's made the run down the left-hand side. Mount has won a corner. Jorginho really overcommitted a little bit, dived in. It's another corner for England. Can they get first contact on this one? 2 set play goals. Oh, I don't think that should have been a corner, actually. That looked like it came off Mason Mount last. Interesting one, that one. Let me know your thoughts on that. I only just glanced at the replay there. I was looking down at the laptop over here. Corner for England. Trippier holds up 2 hands. The rain pours down in Wembley. It's going to be a right-footed corner in swinger. Trippier puts it in half. It's cleared fully. In fact, Shaw knocks it back down the line. Great ball by Shaw. Here's Trippier. Trippier into Mount. Crossing position. Mount puts it in. It's easy for Donnarumma. Italy matching England well on the set plays so far. And here is Insigne, very deep for the Italians, which is probably means England have started well in terms of that team shape. Here's Jorginho. We said would Mason Mount drop in and fill that area. Harry Kane's there at the moment. Verratti, Bonucci. Here is Jorginho, the playmaker. Di Lorenzo, Jorginho, Verratti. Nice ball through the lines. Insigne, heavy touch, hoofed clear. And all the way back to Donnarumma, who's in the sweeper position. England move 10 metres up the pitch. The Italians have it in the centre-back spot now. Bonucci out to Di Lorenzo. Well played, Rice. Screening there. Rice surely runs that out of play. It's going to be a throw-in to Italy. 15:37 on the clock. I, like many, keeping an eye on the clock. Luke Shaw, the goal scorer, the graphic flashes up 1 goal in 6 games. He's definitely had key passes for goals, and I think an assist as well, didn't he, for Kane, possibly, earlier in the tournament. Here's Verratti. Phillips closes. England folding back into a defensive shape. Here's Jorginho. Nice clip in behind. I think Insigne's going to be offside, is he? Emerson, excuse me. Yeah, the flag is up against Emerson. One of those ones where we waiting for him to touch the ball. He looked well offside, to be honest. Yeah. That doesn't even pass my eye test without any replays. That looked offside, didn't it? Oh, and there is the excellent Spinazzola, who unfortunately was injured in the quarterfinal, I think, against Belgium for the Italians. Sadly, he'd been a really superb left back. Spinazzola. Pickford, lovely clip out to Shaw. Shaw chests down. Shaw strong and beats Barella. Shaw tries to play it in ahead of Mason Mount. He did the first bit very well there, Shaw. The chest and the strength to beat Barella. Just a little bit overhit into the corner for Mount, who can't chase it. But a nice kick by Pickford as well. That shouldn't go unmentioned. Bonucci clears. Poor ball by Bonucci. Headed away by Rice. That's nice by Jorginho. Brilliant play by Jorginho there. Flicks it up over Phillips' head. Controls. Turns back into Bonucci. Bonucci with a huge diag. And onside Insigne there. Just caught Kyle Walker slightly out. And Phillips' touchback is going to go out for an Italy throw. Italy trying to up the pace now. Took the restart quickly, moving the ball quickly. Insigne on it. England are deep. They are sitting in at the moment. Can they absorb? Well, the ball up the line to Chiesa is given away. It's going to be a long hour and a half if this pattern continues. 60-40 on the possession. What I will say is 1 shot per team. No shots on target for Italy. 1 shot on target for England. And he went in the goal from Luke Shaw. Somebody tell me, have the Italians been behind in the tournament? Have they? They didn't go behind against Spain, did they? I think they went ahead. Yeah, Chiesa put them ahead, didn't he? Someone tell me in the comments. I don't think Italy have been behind in the tournament, have they? England obviously have in the semi against Denmark. Here's Sterling to Rice. Rice knocks it onto Mount. Mount, Shaw. Shaw fires it into Mount. I think it's come off a blue shirt for a throw-in. Late joining the party, David. Fab start for England. Absolutely. No, Italy have not been behind. So first time behind in the tournament. Great ball into Sterling there. He's picking up some nice positions now. Sterling coming deep. Here's Rice to Stones to Walker. Walker to Trippier, who got that beautiful assist for the England goal. Kane draws out Chiellini. Kane draws the foul from Chiellini. And what we talked about in the previews, the battle between Kane and Chiellini, in the first 20 minutes, Kane is very much winning that. He's bringing Chiellini, not so much Bonucci, but he's bringing them out. He's coming short. He's dropping into midfield, doing that brilliant hybrid thing that Harry Kane can do. It's impressive. It's very impressive. Sean, legend. England win for my brother in Brum, my daughter in Warwickshire, son in Australia. Worked in the Peroni bar. Crossed in by Shaw. Thank you very much, Sean. €10 on the super chat. Very, very kind. Trippier goes in. Quite hard, but no foul is given. It's going to be an England throw. Kyle Walker down the right-hand side. He's just passed it on to Trippier, who's going to take. Trippier throws in to Declan Rice. Here's Maguire. Shaw, the goal scorer. Maguire is going to have to go home. Good closing by Chiesa. Pickford on the left foot, looking for a big ping out to the right wing for Trippier and Sterling. There's an Italy player. Don't know if the camera's caught that. Yes, they have now. It's Jorginho, actually. This doesn't look good for Italy. Jorginho has just fallen on his back. This would be very, very bad news for the Italians. Key player, Jorginho, deep line playmaker, recycles the ball. I'm sure he was holding his knee. He's got one knee elevated. I don't think he's going off. He's just having a chat with the doctors. It's the knee on the floor. It's his right knee. So it's probably just an impact one, but a little knock early on. Luke Shaw is just grabbing some instructions. I think we're going to see the goal from one of the drone cams here in the stadium. And do not underestimate the movement there. Trippier has the ball fairly statically for over a second. Walker runs outside him, which drags the defence slightly over that way. And Kane makes the movement with Sterling into the middle, which pulls Di Lorenzo in. Both of those things shift the entire backline across. Is that Tom Cruise fist bumping David Beckham after the goal? Unbelievable. That moves the defence all the way over, which leaves the gap for sure on the back post. But you have to say, it's a brilliant finish by Luke Shaw. We are a quarter of the way through here. Jorginho is walking tentatively across the pitch. Roberto Mancini will not want to take Jorginho off. He's had an excellent tournament, an important player. He's not. It doesn't look like he's going to go. Oh no, he's actually sat down on the outfield area. That doesn't look good for the Italians, does it? Italy playing with 10 at the moment. Jorginho is still having the doctor look at his right knee. Who are we seeing there? Is that Cristante? I don't know. There was some pat on the back there from Mancini on Cristante. I don't know whether that was go take your bib off, you're coming on, fella. We'll see. Here comes Chiesa down the right. That's a lovely ball into his path. Chiesa pops the cross in low. Stones in the way and knocks it across to Maguire. Rice heads away. Mount. Nice ball by Mount. Little dummy by Rice. Another dummy by Rice. He's absolutely mugged Barella off there. Brilliant from Declan Rice. And Kane, beautiful play there. Some great composure from Rice and Harry Kane there. Italy, I think, still playing with 10 at the moment. I'm trying to look. We haven't got a wide shot, so I can't see the Italy bench as to whether Cristante, I think it was Cristante, who I think is a Roma player, whether he's going to be coming on. No, Jorginho is back in the game. He's in fact, he's just had Sterling run easily past him. Here's Sterling driving into the 10. Sterling tried to run all the way through. He's blocked off, and Verratti goes home to Donnarumma. Donnarumma makes the clearance. And here is Insigne now. The England bench wanted a foul there. Insigne drives away. Insigne looking for Immobile. Maguire makes the clearance. Calvin Phillips there, cool as you like, edge of the box. Steps inside Chiesa. And in the end, Chiesa does get a foot in, but it's going to be a goal kick to England. How is Jorginho? Sterling flew past him there, to be honest. Or I think, are they showing the initial? Oh, I see. Right. That's the initial contact. It was just a impact one, just knee on knee there, which can be very, very painful, can't it? If you've played any kind of football. No protection there. There's no shin guard up above the knee, is there? And very hard bit of bone, you have to say. Kane backs into Chiellini. Ball comes off Chiellini. Out for a throw. Knee clashes are awful. Yeah, I've had a couple. Simon, what a start. Mostly Italian colleagues over in the Ritz. Where's my invitation, Simon, for a cup of tea over in the Ritz, please? That sounds quite nice. We'll have to shave my beard if I go in there. Good luck to you, Simon, with your Italian friends. Here's Shaw. Maguire. Walker. Walker into the channel, arms up, appealing for offside, and they're correct. Trippier moved too early, and the flag goes up as soon as he controls it. The Italians are making a point now of making these restarts as quickly as they can, and we know the Italians are the masters of slowing the game down. They're trying to speed it up here for sure. Maguire steps inside, immobilised. Poor ball by Maguire. Swept up by Barella. Insigne. Jorginho. Insigne, a bit of space ahead of him. Phillips closes down. Barella's run off him. Phillips covering that fullback area well, though. And here is Chiellini. Bonucci. Jorginho, who had that bump on the knee against Sterling just a couple of minutes ago. Bonucci, Di Lorenzo, Jorginho. Oh, they've worked their way through Rice and Phillips there, but they're back in shape now, England. Jorginho onto Verratti. Nice vertical passing from the Italians. Insigne hits the shot from a long way out. And it's a goal kick to England. It's a nice ball by Verratti. Very, very low percentage shot. Is a long way out there. Have to be a absolute perler for that one to go in. Poor ball by Trippier, cut out by Verratti, but Emerson literally knocks it into Kane's path. Kane tries to turn, and Walker, with that searing pace, just managed to accelerate and pick the ball up. Here's Maguire to Shaw. Shaw down the line. Mount tries to hook it in, and Rice pokes it out ahead of Di Lorenzo. 28 gone. Italy 0. England 1. Let me know how you think this is panning out. There you go. Get me in there, Simon. Oh, here's Kane now. The turnover for England. Kane in the 10. Kane into the box, in fact, turns back inside, knocks it back to Rice. Rice out to Shaw. Shaw back into Rice. The Italians back in numbers now. Phillips. And where is the space? England will try and draw the Italians out a little now. They've moved more back into shape. Here's Shaw. Mount tries to play it into Kane. Snatches at that pass. And it's back with the Italians. Jorginho, who's having a fair amount of touches, isn't he? The deep line playmaker for the Italians. Here's Bonucci. England all back behind the goal, but the ball behind the goal. Insigne around the corner. Walker overcommits slightly, as does Mason Mount there, and Jorginho dummies. And it's helped on to Barella, Di Lorenzo, Bonucci, and Chiellini over halfway now. Chiellini gets it back off Insigne. Bonucci, last man on the ball, boots it into the channel. Easy header clear from Shaw. Mount and Di Lorenzo wrestling, and Mount has won the free kick, which will stem the pressure, we hope, a little bit. Yes, clear foul by Di Lorenzo, isn't it? Containing the Italians well. Well, I agree, Jake. I agree. It doesn't make it a very calm watch, doesn't it? But they, dare I read out the statistic that we're all probably looking at. 0 shots on target for the Italians in the first 30 minutes of this game. Walker is, as soon as I say that, robbed. Sterling comes back and does well. Sterling knocks it back into Stones. Here's Maguire. Get there first, Harry. Well done. And Shaw. Shaw clips it down the line, and a big boot clear by Bonucci. And Chiellini heads on to Insigne 56-44 possession to the Italians. It's close. England have taken their chance. Italy, let's be fair, haven't had one yet. They will get one. They'll probably get more than one. But it's very, very nicely poised. Bonucci to Chiellini. Inside to Jorginho. Chiellini. England nice and compact in their own half. Here is Jorginho to Insigne. A bit of space now. He's in the half position. Insigne drives into the box. He was looking to just knock it off. All Phillips has been robbed inside his own box. It's knocked back to the edge of the area. Mount has a good press on Jorginho. Just a little bit too cool for their own good there, England. Phillips giving it away in his own box. Italians reset. Chiesa over on the right wing. Here is Barella. Receives it back from Verratti. Chiellini. Verratti. Jorginho back to Verratti. 32 on the clock now. Insigne. Chiellini so far forward. Here he is in a left wing sort of position. Verratti. England sitting in. Absorbing the Italians so far, but it's a high pressure strategy. And Walker tries to clear and he gets robbed. And at the moment, it's all Italy. Bonucci, Chiellini, Insigne. Nice block by Trippier, but it's not inside. Verratti drives forward. Verratti, Insigne, corner of the box. Insigne. Can Emerson get the cross in? No, he can't. And it's a goal kick. Trippier and Emerson are chipping away at each other. England have the goal kick. That was a good, solid 4.5, 5 minutes of possession, I think, for the Italians. Graham Jones is just having a word with Gareth Southgate, presumably about the outnumbered situation here. They seem happy. No tweaks being made yet. And Chiellini is complaining about how long it's taken Pickford to take the goal kick. Kane, great flick on Sterling. Sterling knocks it onto Mount. Mount turns it back in. Oh, that would have been a beautifully 1980s English goal there. Proper route one there into the big number 9 who flicked it on. Trippier is having a wild old time down the right. Just completely shouldered someone. I think it was Verratti onto the deck. Fair contact and a throw in to England. Mount tries to volley back here. Chiellini clears. Insigne. I'm doing Chiellini a disservice there. He actually clipped out the line to Insigne. So throw in to the Italians. Verratti. Immobile. Insigne. Switch of play. Here's Barella. Knocks it down the line. Chiesa. Rice has fouled him, hasn't he? Refs let it go. Chiesa's done brilliantly. Chiesa now driving into the 10. Chiesa strikes that left-footed. Oh, that has missed by about a foot. That is really good play by Chiesa. He really skilled Declan Rice up there. He beat him a couple of times. I thought Rice had fouled him and he still gets past him. Rice tries to foul him twice. How close is this? Oh, I think Pickford's done there, isn't he? Just dragged wide and a bit of a warning there for Declan Rice and Federico Chiesa's ability to just come in narrow from the right-hand side. And the Italians as close as they have come so far. 59-41 the possession. Still no attempt on targets from the Italians. Here is Maguire, goes long. Looking for Shaw. Shaw's brought it down. If Shaw's onside, that's a great ball and a great touch. Shaw does really well. Shaw is in the box. Luke Shaw crosses low. Oh, and I think it's Trippier arriving on the far post. I thought Shaw was going to be flagged offside. It's a great ball by Maguire, and England hitting the channels early. Fairly rudimentary, but it worked, didn't it? It really did. And it's a throw-in to England. Shaw to Mount, and Mount just kind of wrestled out of it. We're throw-in to Italy, 36-27 on the clock. England leading 1-0. Luke Shaw scored after 2 minutes. But since the goal, and I know the goal changes the game state, England sitting in. Italy, a lot of possession, but haven't worked Pickford yet. Chiesa coming close. Just a moment or two ago. Bonucci. Little clip into midfield. It's poorly given away. Rice smashes it into Kane, who controls well. Kane, brilliant. What a hold-up player he is. Kane back into Maguire. Back to Kane. It's just a magnet for the ball. Always seems to control it. Looked like Kane got fouled then. Referee says no. Throw in to the Italians. Di Lorenzo. Bonucci. Big switch from Bonucci. Knocked back inside. Chiellini, certainly some license to come forward. Insigne or Emerson. Ooh. Emerson might be getting booked for that there. No, I don't think he's going to. Emerson just miscontrols it, goes in late. Just gets Rice on the follow through. Let's hope England can bank that one because he doesn't get the yellow card. Emerson gets away with that one. Miscontrol, wet conditions. Declan Rice jumps straight back up. He's okay. And it's a free kick to England. Maguire. Kane. Chiellini bites his ankles, but no foul given. Here comes Insigne driving away. Insigne knocks it onto Immobile. Is the flag going up? Yes, it is. Immobile, as he has been through the tournament a little bit isolated at the moment for the Italians. You know, we've spoken about it so many times, haven't we? When they get narrow is when Immobile gets chances. He's just got to keep running the hard yards and keep running in behind, hasn't he? Huge kick forward by Pickford from the free kick. Chiellini just lets it bounce over his head. And it's gone all the way through, and England cede possession easily, 61-39 possession to the Italians. But the score is Italy 0, England 1. Bonucci, Chiellini back to Donnarumma. Here's Di Lorenzo. Barella, nice switch of play, all good touch as well. Emerson's got Insigne overlapping. Emerson comes narrow. Emerson, Insigne, back to Emerson. That's poor cross by the Chelsea left back. Calvin Phillips, right place. Kane hits the deck again with Bonucci. Proper physical battle. Harry Kane's been on the floor quite a lot. Not got that many free kicks, really, though, has he? For his troubles. Gonna have a few bruises at the end of the night, I think. Here's Bonucci again. Bonucci to Jorginho. Jorginho, Di Lorenzo, right-hand side in the England half. Immobile comes short. Immobile closed down by Mount. Oh, that's an unlucky foul, isn't it? Mount won the ball from Immobile. I think the refs got it right. And then his momentum just takes him through. And then he actually ends up fouling Barella, doesn't he? Yeah. It's a foul. Refs got it right. It's a free kick to the Italians, which Verratti is there as a right foot. I think Insigne is going to walk away. I think Marco Verratti is definitely going to take this one. Up goes the right arm to give the signal. Bonucci, Chiellini obviously forward. In comes the delivery. It's a good one. Really good header by John Stones. Jorginho, referee got in the way of both players there. It's knocked back out. Insigne. Jorginho steps out. Back it comes. Chiesa tries to step inside Phillips. Insigne. Jorginho. Verratti. Italy, a lot of players forward. Can they get into a good crossing position or work themselves an opening? England stubbornly behind the ball. It's gone out to the left. In comes the cross. Trippier blocks it. The Wembley masses get up to applaud that, but it's still a hell of a lot of possession for the Italians. Throw in to Italy up alongside the penalty box. On the left, Emerson. Emerson throws in, and a complete miscontrol by Lorenzo Insigne. And that is 42-25 on the clock. There's a couple of Italian fans who didn't want the camera on them and a couple that are happy for the camera to be on them. And there's the Italian manager who is deep in thought. I don't suppose if they do go down and they're 1-0 down at half-time, Mancini will change a lot, really. It's a matter of patience, and it's game theory now, isn't it? He who blinks first loses. Rice. A bit theatrical from Barella. Nice one through between the lines to Mount. Kane. Kane tries to clip it into Sterling. Sterling hits the deck. Bonucci's trying to pick him up then. And the gamesmanship is all over the place from both teams, you have to say. But let's be honest, certain nations have done this against England for years, and England haven't been able to cope. That's nice feat by Rice. So what a run by Rice here. Brilliant stuff. Declan Rice driving forward. Does he get fouled by Di Lorenzo? No. He gets a up you get, which has been a feature of the tournament. I have to say, even though that one was against one of our England boys, we've seen a lot of that from the referees. Get up. Haven't we? Now, Chris, you go ahead of me in the queue for your Phil Foden haircut, but a long way to go. A long, long way to go. Insigne down the left. Lovely first touch. Insigne against Trippier and Walker. Insigne's done really well there. Clips it between the both of them. Here's Emerson. Steps inside. Emerson. Bit of space. Emerson into the box. Good play by Emerson. Had the England defender sprawl in there. And now England are very deep because of that. Here's Barella. Barella to Di Lorenzo, to Bonucci. Verratti. Where's the space? England right back in a, well, I won't say a mid-low block, in a low block. England. Here's Di Lorenzo inside to Barella. So close to half-time now. Verratti tries to clip that through to Insigne, who plucks it out of the air really nicely, but Kieran Trippier hammers it into the stand. 44:52 on the clock. There won't be much stoppage time. Obviously, the injury for Jorginho. Emerson has slipped, and it's going to be an England throw. Well, I got that one wrong. 4 minutes of stoppage time, which is a lot for a first half. So it must have been the Jorginho injury, mustn't it, that took up most of the time. So we're going to have another few phases of play before half-time, aren't we? 45-17 has ticked by so far. And it's going to be another throw-in to the Italians, who are playing very energetically and very willfully chasing this goal deficit. taking all the restarts quickly, moving men forward. Here's Insigne. Insigne, switch of play. Well played, Shaw just watches it, headers it away. And the first minute of injury time has nearly been played. Di Lorenzo, a bit of space down the right. Di Lorenzo crosses in. Good ball. Oh, chance there. The shot's blocked. I think it was Immobile. The ball's still alive. Verratti hits the shot straight at Pickford. And a reasonable opening there for the Italians. Di Lorenzo got a bit of space. In comes the cross. Immobile, first time. It's a really good effort by Immobile. He doesn't even take a touch to control it. John Stones gets the block. You have to be careful of the handball in that situation as well. Stones does well. England trying to get out into the other half. Rice, good play by him. He's had a couple of lovely strides forward. Well played, Rice. But it's all about get up the pitch, move the team up, keep what possession you can, and keep the Italians away at the moment. 46-45. So a couple of minutes left of the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Mount's trying to turn away from Di Lorenzo. Huge mess over there. But here's Kane. Kane tries to knock it across to Phillips. Phillips can't get there first. Immobile ahead of him. Immobile's made a big run. And I think the long ball in behind there attempted from Insigne. I think it hit his own man. Took all of the pace off it. England intercept. Here is Calvin Phillips. 47-15. Shaw on the left. Rice. Maguire. Shaw. Lovely ball with the outside of the foot. Mount. Sterling. Sterling inside looking for Kane. Not enough on the pass. There is a big switch of play by Barella. What a great pass. Oh, a lovely knockoff by Insigne. Phillips, foot in on Chiesa. Chiesa's quick over the first couple of metres, isn't he? And he does well. The Italians really making England work now, aren't they? Here's Insigne. Insigne knocks it into Chiellini to Jorginho. England, all 11 within 40 yards of goal here. Here is Chiellini, Jorginho, Di Lorenzo. Bonucci smashes the shot at goal from 35 yards. Bit of frustration from the centre half. And that should take England to half-time. We're 48-30 on the clock. If Pickford can kill 20 seconds and get the kick up into the other half, then I think England will reach half-time leading. They've taken the lead, and let's be frank, England have sat in since then. Lots of possession for the Italians. Chances, though, you do have to say few and far between. All eyes on referee keepers now. I think he's going to let the Italians have one more attacking phase. No, he is not. It is half-time. Italy 0, England 1. A joyous first 2 minutes. Luke Shaw gave England the lead early on with a nice counter-attack after England looked very nervous. Maguire and Pickford conspiring to concede a corner, but the counter-attack was beautiful. Trippier crosses, good movement outside Trippier and in the box. Luke Shaw smashes it in off the near post. And then you have to say, really, a lot of Italy possession and not too many chances. But let's be perfectly plain about this. If this was the other way round and Italy had scored on a counter after 2 minutes and sat in, we would be saying the Italians are doing a job on us. We really would be saying that. I just don't think we're used to this as England fans, possibly having a tournament-savvy approach. We've seen Germany, particularly, and Italy win World Cups like this before, being very tight, hit on the counter, take your chances, defend well. So it's not really a game to pick out individuals. Obviously, with England being very, very deep and containing, centre-backs always look good because everything's in front of them. So Stones and Maguire have looked decent. Phillips and Rice have had good moments, but they've been under a lot of pressure. And then Sterling, Kane and Mount have just had to do a lot of traipsing around and trying to hold the ball when they can. Let's just put that up from Ella as well. We should have mentioned Paul Mariner so far. Paul Mariner and England and Ipswich, great. And look up on my wall up there. Put that up about a month ago. So sad. There's a shoot and magazine from 1983 with Paul Mariner on the front. So obviously Paul Mariner's son is known to a lot of Ipswich fans, and he's been on Twitter. So the great Paul Mariner of Ipswich, England, Arsenal, who died yesterday, aged 68. Thank you for bringing that up. Paul, great half. Need to be better in the second half. Yeah, you're probably right, Paul. You would imagine in the end the pressure will build and build. Although there is that caveat that will the spaces open up? What I will say is in an ideal world, you'd want England to have a little bit more threat on the counter, wouldn't you? Because basically for about the last 15 minutes of the half, they didn't. But hey-ho. So far, so good. Need to play a bit further up the pitch. An Italian goal maker. And that's the worry, isn't it, if the pressure keeps building? The goal will come. Rest in peace, Paul Mariner, England legend and fantastic striker. Yeah, God. What would he be worth nowadays? A hulking great striker with good feet who can finish and lead the line on his own. Oh, goodness me. Rest in peace, Paul. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And you can reach out. The Mariner family is running his Twitter. So if you do send a message, it will get to the Mariner family. And obviously, a few of us from our end have been lucky enough to meet Paul. And very, very sad news. David, will we be looking forward to it being Sir Gareth Southgate by the end of the match? Well, long way to go. Mountain's been poor. Grealish or Saka need to raise it second half. Look, Chris, if the pattern stays the same, you may as well put Grealish on. I think Southgate will work on the pattern changing, but if it's going to be essentially 7 defending and 3 attacking, then you may as well have Grealish as an out ball because he can keep the ball all day long. So I know what you mean. I think plan A is to try and stem the flow a little bit first of all. England have out-Italianed the Italians, certainly have so far. Evening, JR. My nerves are okay. I think once the shots on target start coming for the Italians, I'll start to worry. But it's been nicely boring, hasn't it? Which I like. Need to be tidy with possession and keep the ball. Agree with that. We've seen a couple of nice moments, Russ, where Rice has managed to get out, but it's been a dribble, hasn't it? There are the England. look at Alan Shearer there and Gary Lineker, and Frank Lampard. Hundreds of goals between them, celebrating like a fan. Brilliant. Love to see that. The great Alan Shearer celebrating just like you or I. Brilliant stuff. What a lovely bloke he was as well. Rest in peace, Paul Mariner. Yeah, check out the tribute on ESPN as well. Fantastic. Kane on his own too much up front. I mean, if we check the heat maps, he's been very deep, actually. I think there's a lot more onus on Sterling to get advanced. And, of course, Mount is not a runner in behind like Saka or Sancho or Rashford is, are they? So... Mountain has done the job he's been asked to do. I would go for another goal first minutes. Kill it off. Yeah. Will that chance come for the second? Who's going to get the next big chance, basically, isn't it? It's poised now. And we do need to understand that the Germans or the Italians of the past or the Argentinians would not be saying now we need a second goal. They would be saying... the game is currently 1. Show us what you've got, wouldn't they? So there we go. This is my lucky channel. Spread the love. Indeed. Thank you, Math. Thank you, everybody. Quick note there down there before I go off and take my 2 minutes and grab the last two beers. Please hit subscribe and fill the comments up with questions, okay? I will be back in 2 minutes, guys. More chat the other side. As things stand, England will be picking up the trophy, but there's a lot of water under a lot of bridges before that happens. Get your comments in, questions, etc. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is half-time in the Euro 2020 final, and in as calm a fashion as I can, I will tell you that England are leading, but it's not all straightforward. Italy, plenty of metrics that we can certainly point to in terms of saying they could get back into the game. Let's have a look at the numbers over there on SofaScore. We'll go to your comments in just a sec. So 65-35 to the Italians on the possession. But look at the XG, 0.26 to 0.32. Although we know all of England's XG came from the goal, didn't it? Because they've only had one shot. Italy, 6 shots, just the one on target. England, 2 corners to 1. 1 big chance to 0. I think we're in XG land again looking at those numbers. 335 passes to 178. And numbers you might like in terms of, clearances is the one at 7-3. But a lot of underlying numbers there, in-game numbers that show. And look, game state, I know. England will play very differently at 1-0 up than they would do at 0-0. And Italy will play very differently at 1-0 down than they would at 0-0. But that is where the game is flowing at the moment. Let's have a look at some comments. What are we saying? Woof it. My nerves are starting to come. Well, the closer we get to full time with the lead, the nerves will grow. And you know, Italy will go more and more towards the Hail Mary then, won't they? We'll probably see big Belotti. Locatelli's been a go-to substitution as well. David, England will be quite happy to let the Italians pass the ball around as long as it's not too close. It's just if they're building up pressure and momentum and territory over and over and over again, not good. Not good. Liam, decent first half. Come good in the second half with strong performances. You do have to say, England at the start of halves in this tournament have peaked somewhat, haven't they? So England more than capable of catching the Italians on the break. Yeah, you would think, and I'm a big Mason Mount fan, obviously. It's the pacing behind that will catch them, and that's not Mount's game, and we can't have a pop at Mason Mount for not being Bukayo Saka or Jadon Sancho or Marcus Rashford. He's not a runner in behind, but that would enhance the threat. But will they be as good at pressing as Mason Mount? No. But there we go. I think we've done well to contain Italy, make them do all the work, but use effective counter. We've got to be more effective on the counter, haven't we? Bring on Henderson. That's going to happen at some point, isn't it? We will see if it stays like this. Wonder what Southgate can do. Perhaps Henderson for Mount. That's the one that's being mentioned at the moment, and that would be then a 3-5-2, wouldn't it? And just get Sterling up alongside Kane and go man for man against Barella and Jorginho and Verratti in that central midfield position. Biggest 45 minutes of football I will watch in my life. There you go. Hype it up, QPR. Hype it up. Cheers, everybody, by the way. Let me just give you a live subscriber count while we're here. Please hit subscribe if you're watching in the stream. 17,861. We were hoping we'd get to 18,000, but we're 140 away. Not bad, hey? Not bad. Oh, look at that. What a superb super chat there. I don't know, some kind of dollar there from Dwell Drummer. $50 of some description. Very, very kind. Thanks for a great Euro watch along. Thank you, Dwell Drummer. Very kind. This is our 38th game covered in the Euros. So stick around. Stick around. Right. I'm going to say cheers to everyone. And don't complain because the beer's Italian. I've been drinking Italian beer in every England match. If you're superstitious on the one hand, you got to be superstitious on the other as well. It's been a good omen, if you believe in that stuff. Not that the brand of beer a man in Bedfordshire is drinking is going to have any impact on the game, but I know someone will comment on it. Cheers, everybody. Half time. We're just seeing some slightly unsightly footage from earlier. I won't be commenting on that. Obviously, a lot of people without tickets trying to get into the game. Not good. All I will say is there were 27 million people watching ITV's coverage of the semi-final, and probably 200 people tried to barge their way in there. So that doesn't represent anything other than 0.1% of England fans, is what I'll say. But we don't want to see it. There we go. Well poured. Don't spill it this time. Absolutely. Nice one, Dwell. Thank you, Dwell. Let's put that back up again. $50 of some description there. I never know what type of dollar. How many types of dollar are there in the world? Many. Anyway, half time is over. The players are back out. I'd imagine the message from Southgate is get up the pitch, more of the same, more threat on the break. And I'd imagine the message from Mancini is more of the same. Be patient. Your chance will come. We are about ready to go in the second half. Referee keepers as his whistle to mouth, and we are away. It is Italy 0, England 1. And now this is the point where I really start clock watching, because as things stand, England are around 45 minutes away from a first major honour in my lifetime watching them. We'll get your timestamp very, very shortly. Try and get you on 46 minutes. The Italians got a throw in down the right. Di Lorenzo takes it in. Barella hoiks it down the line. Here's Maguire. Heavy touch. And Maguire smashes that at the linesman, who drops his flag. Right, time sync. 3, 2, 1. 46 minutes that was. Not very helpful. I didn't tell you the time before. If you do want to sync up and you didn't get that one, ask again in the comments and we'll get another stamp up there. Throw in to England in the left back position, which Luke Shaw, who's already been warned about how long he's taking for his throw-ins, will take. I suspect the odds on Luke Shaw being booked for time wasted in this game are quite high. I think he's first on referee keeper's list there. And Kane is the absolute master at drawing fouls. And interesting, out comes the yellow card, but somewhat disappointingly, with my bias not at the door, it's not for one of the centre halves. It's for Nicolo Barella is yellow carded. And the first yellow card of the game comes out for Barella in the 47th minute. Kane, an absolute master with his back to goal, isn't he? Thinks he's Kenny Dalglish, eh? Yeah. Target Barella, right? You think Barella will be the one who comes out for Locatelli when they do that change at some point anyway, and that might exacerbate that. Here's Shaw high up on the left wing. Shaw inside, Sterling in the box. Sterling's made some space. Sterling goes down and nothing is given. Ooh. Go on, VAR. Have a look at that. Sterling goes down in the box. I think it's Bonucci who clashed with him. We'll take a look. We'll give you another timestamp. 48 minutes coming in. 3, 2, 1. Sync. Maybe we've had our one Raheem Sterling penalty for the knockout phases. Insigne. Chiellini. Bonucci. There's one in the channel. Kyle Walker gets across. And Jordan Pickford, none too calmly, smashes that one forward. Right, here's the Sterling incident there. I have to say, you have seen them given. Not much in it at all, but the arms are out from both Chiellini and Bonucci, but I don't think it's a penalty, is it? Especially after the one we got in semis, but there we go. Arms were out, weren't they? But no, if that had been against England, I'd be saying it wasn't a penalty. So let's try and be balanced about this. Here is Insigne. Jorginho. Bonucci. Here is Insigne, edge of the box. Sterling fouls Insigne. That's a free kick right inside the D. And this is a dangerous one for the Italians. Sterling clumsy. Yeah, straight through Insigne. Took the words right out of my mouth there, Dave. Dangerous position for the Italians here from the free kick. Sterling probably a bit hyped up after his challenge. The other end. Guys, don't be calling people stupid. Come on. Come on. It's a mistake. Let it go. We all make them. You, I, everybody. Let's hope when Locke is right that it's too close and they can't get it up and down. I think it's probably the right decision, though. Here comes Emerson. Steps up. Dummies. Insigne. Ooh. Nice height, but he's put it wide, I think. Let's take a look at this. Right-footed Insigne. I think Pickford had that covered, to be fair. That's probably more the point. Don't want to see Sterling there. But the deeper we get, the more he'll end up there. Phew. Absolutely. Oh, here's Kane. Oh, brilliant from Kane. How good has he been? Chests it down on zero service, frankly. Trippier's trying to get up the line. It's going to be a throw-in for Italy. Tripoli. It's in Italy, isn't it? Trippier appeals for the throw, and he's not going to get it. 51 on the clock. Sterling closes down. Di Lorenzo. And this tight game rolls on. 40 minutes to go. Who blinks first? Whilst the Italians are trailing, it'll undoubtedly be Mancini. Here's Rice, drives forward, does well. Kane on the left wing. Kane comes inside. Kane easily tackled by Verratti. And Chiesa's got that lovely spring away, hasn't he? Carries the ball right up the pitch. Oh, they've got a man over. Walker. Oh, brilliant from Kyle Walker there. Sees Insigne. Runs across in front of him. Just nods it back to the keeper. Tripoli is in Libya. Oh, there you go. My dad served in Libya as well. David. Here is Stones. Nice one into Sterling, but Chiellini's breathing down his neck. He's done well, Chiellini, there. Phillips is trying to chase Immobile. It's good pressure from Phillips and Mount there. Here's Emerson coming forward. Lots of space for Emerson, the left back. He's allowed to run about 15 metres there. Here is Insigne. Insigne into the box. And we've talked about the signature Insigne goal. Cut inside, bend it into the far corner. He was trying it, but he's put it wide of the post. I think Brian Cristante is coming on. We wondered whether he'd come in for Jorginho in the first half after he bashed knees with Raheem Sterling. Who is the quickest on the pitch? Surely it's Kyle Walker, isn't it? Although Chiesa's pretty damn quick as well, isn't he? Be an interesting race between Walker and Chiesa. I think Chiesa's probably quicker with the ball, but in a straight sprint, I think Walker would win. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll never know, probably. Shaw comes forward and wins the throw for England. 53-40 on the clock. Are we going to get this Italian substitution? And out comes Barella, we think. Yeah, he's on a yellow card. Now, this is interesting. Cristante is, I would suggest, a little bit more defensive than Barella, isn't he? Barella really, really gets about. Oh, Immobile out as well. This is brave. And Berardi is coming on. What's he doing? Who's going to play centrally up top for the Italians? The Italians have basically got three wingers on now. Very, very interesting. There's no striker on the pitch for Italy now. So we'll figure out who's going to go central as Sterling gets fouled by Bonucci. Is the yellow card coming out for that one? Big hit by Bonucci on Sterling. And yeah, second yellow card for Italy. Obviously, Barella is out now. We would imagine Cristante is going to swap in central midfield for Barella, but very interesting as to what's going to happen up top there. We now have Berardi, who's played down the right. I suspect we'll see Belotti before long. But anyway, it's a free kick to England down the left-hand side. And we'll see who the Italians go with up top when we get the wide shot. Free kick to England from the left. And they did not wanting to tempt fate, did score from one of these, didn't they? Against Ukraine. Luke Shaw's going to take it. Maguire on the back post, Rice central. In comes the free kick. Maguire wins the header, but he's fairly tightly marked, and it is over the top. Right, hopefully we'll get our first camera shot of the Italian front three since the substitutions been made. Here is Bonucci. And it looks like Insigne is going to play centrally, but quite deep by the look of it. Interesting from Mancini. I guess he's feeling the England back three aren't occupied enough. Here's Chiesa into the box. Insigne. Oh, good save. Pickford on the near post. Oof. Well, if you wanted it to work, that was how it's going to work. Insigne arriving late onto that one, shooting on the near post, and Pickford makes the save. He's on the angle. It's not a clear, what you call a big chance, but it's a good save from Pickford. Here's Jorginho. That's just giving him a little boost, that chance. And that is going to be a throw-in to England. So a brave substitution from Roberto Mancini. Chiesa's shot there gets blocked. And well played, Pickford there. Stood up well on the near post. It would have to have been a hell of a finish from Insigne to score from that angle with the cover. But sometimes they squeeze him in, don't they? Through the legs. Here is Verratti. This is interesting. So the England back three at the moment are not occupied. And the idea is obviously for Insigne to drag them out. He's playing nowhere near where Immobile played. He's literally in the 10 position right now. So this is going to be a very interesting test for the England centre-halves. And Insigne is going to be passed on from the deep midfielders to the centre-halves, isn't he? Real concentration exercise for Maguire, Stones and Walker to not get dragged out. Although Roberto Mancini's just screaming there. I think he thinks Insigne's too deep and they've got no threat up there. But yeah, it would be a very, very clever substitution, that one, if it works. All substitutions are clever when they work, aren't they, hey? And Maguire just taps that out for a throw-in to the Italians. Gareth to respond with subs. I don't know that he will, because they haven't ultimately changed the system. I think you might see sooner rather than later Belotti come on and we'll lose a midfield and you might see a proper 4-2-3-1, in which case that would be the time. As we come up to the hour mark, here is Emerson. Verratti, Chiesa on the left, closed down by Trippier. Inside it goes to Insigne, the very false nine at the moment. Here comes Di Lorenzo, plenty in the box for Italy. Chested down by Emerson, knocked off to Verratti. It wasn't chested down at all. It was handled down, says referee keepers. Emerson fervently disagrees with him. Oh, he's right. Hits his chest and then hits the hand as the ball bounces off the chest. Italy 0, England 1, and we are coming up on the hour mark. Those England fans lucky enough to be in the stadium making a big, big noise. And what could be a historic next 30 minutes. Hook forward looking for Kane. Big header by Chiellini. Even bigger header by Trippier. Big header by Chiellini again. Mount wins it. Phillips. Good play by Phillips there. Steps between Cristante and Verratti. Knocks it on to Rice. Rice drives forward again. He's had a few of those today. He just overcooked that one. And he has given possession back. Here is Rice wins the tackle. Good point, Wenlock. If the defender did that, it wouldn't be a penalty. No, it wouldn't. It would be deemed too close to bounce off the own body. So there is one of the silly quirks of the handball rule. Well pointed out. Yeah, that means you wouldn't get a penalty, would you? I suppose a lot would depend on what happened after. But anyway, we're into the realms of the hypothetical now. As Pickford comes out. Oh, where are you going, Jordan? Just out of the box, beats his man and hoiks it forward to Leo Bonucci, who knocks it in to Verratti. Here's Chiesa, who looks dangerous, doesn't he? Chiesa into the box. Good feet by Chiesa. Excellent from Chiesa. Good save, Pickford. Oh, very good from Chiesa. Very good indeed. He looks far and away the most dangerous player for the Italians, doesn't he? Chiesa coming across the box, hits the shot low. Good save, Jordan Pickford. Here is Insigne out on the left wing. Insigne fires it in and Pickford will grab hold of that one gleefully. And we'll get a replay now. Pickford saying, where was my defence? Stopping that shot. Good save by Pickford. Oh, if that deflects off Maguire, he stuck his foot out as well. That's going in the other corner all day long, isn't it? Maguire, lovely clip out to Shaw. Shaw into the channel for Mount to chase. I think Emerson's going to concede a corner there. Well played, Mount. Put the pressure on. Sorry, it wasn't Emerson. It was Di Lorenzo. And England have a corner. We are 17 minutes into the second half. We have had shots on target now for the Italians, haven't we? At the moment, it's 11 shots to 2 in Italy's favour, but it's only 3-1 on target in Italy's favour. And England, you have to say at the moment, the plan is working. It ceases to work the second the Italians stick the ball in the net, though. If indeed they can do. Corner for England, though. Can they get up the pitch and get first contact on this one? In it comes. Headed goalwards by Stones. Did Donnarumma touch that? I think he did. I think it's going to be another corner. Good climb by Stones. Donnarumma fingertips on that one, do we think? We do. Another corner. In it comes to the near post. Big header clear by Bonucci. Luke Shaw, a bit of a heavy touch, takes him back into his own half. And Pickford smashes it down the ground. Looking for Trippier. And Di Lorenzo wins the header, but it's going to be an England throw. As we come up 64 minutes, and Gareth Southgate must be thinking about changes now. Whether it be Jordan Henderson seemed to be the popular answer in terms of shoring up midfield a bit more, or potentially another runner off Kane. The difficulty Southgate's got is he hasn't conceded a goal yet. So does he need to make an attacking change? Who knows? That's why he gets paid a lot of money to do the job, I suspect. He's got to make that call. Bonucci. Di Lorenzo. Jorginho. Verratti. Verratti plays it out wide. Emerson. Verratti. Insigne. Di Lorenzo. It's worked back into the centre-half position. Here's Bonucci from Di Lorenzo's pass. Insigne. Jorginho. England back and stubborn. As with many opponents we've come up against over the years. Here's Verratti. Chiesa, who looks dangerous. He's on the left. Chiesa floats the cross in. That's a very good header by Harry Maguire. And Chiesa's the one, isn't he? He's the one that can find half a yard. You can see the England defenders are scared of Chiesa, can't you? Just back off a bit. Although I have to say, balls in the box, there's no strikers. Who's going to be finishing them off? Just cracked another Peroni myself. Well in, Liam. Well in. Henderson and Sancho warming up. Either would make sense. In comes the corner headed on the near post. Oh, there's a chance on the back post. Is it the post? And the Italians have equalised. Bonucci has put it in from the corner. And it is Italy 1, England 1. It's a bit of a messy goal bouncing around the penalty box. It hits the post, it comes out, and Leo Bonucci puts it in from about 2 yards. Italy 1, England 1, and most metrics we can find suggest that that goal was coming. Let's have a look at it from the replay. In comes the corner. Who headers it on the back post there? I think it's Verratti who Jesse will get a better one there. Just gets ahead of Mount, hits the inside of the post, and Bonucci just sweeps it home. Mancini celebrates. Italy 1, England 1, and things get very, very interesting now. And do the Italians keep playing with the intensity that they've been playing with? It's 1-1. Great save initially. Been coming, indeed. Now, the game state changes, of course, doesn't it? Because a team will play very differently when they're level than when they're leading or when they're behind. So it might take a few minutes to settle. Disappointing. Italy 1, England 1. And that's a good question, Mr. Reed. Can we change the mentality? Here's Emerson coming forward. Insigne. Chiesa. Chiesa on the right-hand side of the box. Italy's best player, I think we'd all agree. Ugh. Tough 20 minutes now. Dangerous game with Italy. It was always a dangerous game, wasn't it? Sitting in. And it's very binary with sitting in and defending a lead. If you don't concede a goal, you can't argue against it, can you? As soon as you concede, everyone then retroactively criticises the last essentially 66 minutes. But you have to give some credit to Italy, who, let's be honest, particularly the back end, of the first half. Italy pushed and pushed and pushed. But come on. Any team that's behind will push, won't they? Apart from some Mick McCarthy teams I've seen. But there we go. Settle for the 1-0 defeat. Oh, God. 71-29 on the possession in the second half. Let's see what the Italians do. If you were an Italian fan, you would say, keep going like this, keep going like this. Emerson and the Italians are really looking likely now, aren't they? And Bukayo Saka is going to come on. Remember, guys, it's 1-1. Keep calm. If it was 0-0, we've been leading the game for 90%, so we can stay calm. Kieran Trippier is coming out. Saka is coming in, and I'd imagine they go into the 4-2-3-1 shape. Trippier, who's done his job whenever he has come in. Let's stay calm. Let's stay positive. Calm and positive. Here is Chiellini, Bonucci, Jorginho. England reverting to the back four now. Here's Kane. And Kane is clearly fouled by... Oh, No, not given. Looked like he body checked Harry Kane there. Here's Verratti. Jorginho. Chiellini. England need to get the ball. Jorginho steps forward. Verratti. Can England get some kind of a foothold with the back four now? It's going to deflect back to Pickford. He'll be able to keep it up, keep calm and have a beer. Looks like we're going to get another sub. It looks like Gareth Southgate's waving somebody else over as well. I think it's Jack Grealish, is it? Here is Pickford. The game is 1-1. England are not losing, by the way, contrary to some opinions you may hear. Here is Phillips. Saka gets his first touch. Here's Kane. Kane into the channel for Saka. Not a good ball by Kane. And Emerson knocks it home. Here is Chiellini. We may see Henderson possibly for Mount, and it will be a proper 4-3-3 and match up time. Bonucci to Chiellini. Insigne. Walker gets in and wins the tackle. Yeah, Jordan Henderson's coming on. So I suspect England are going to go 4-3-3. And I suspect that who's going to come out? I suspect Mason Mount will probably come out, won't he? And Henderson will join that central midfield. Oh, there's a long one. Oh, forward. Goodness me. Knocked over the crossbar. I think the offside flag went up. It should have. Does he flag afterwards? Well, I mean, the ball goes over the top. Don't think the goal would have stood. And Declan Rice is coming out. Jordan Henderson comes in. Declan Rice, brilliant through the tournament. So it will be, call it what you want, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. Let's try and keep positive in the chat. England are not behind. England are not losing. And Gareth Southgate has been right most of the tournament, and the groupthink has been wrong most of the tournament. So try and keep positive. It's tricky. Negativity doesn't always equal intelligence. Here is Chiesa. Insigne. Fed through. Cristante in the box. Walker just gets a foot in. (74:15) on the clock. Italy 1, England 1. Let's try and keep the chat calm. No need for outrage. Here is Chiesa on the left. I feel your pain, honestly, I do. Walker gets ahead. Well played, Walker. Saka. Saka is going to be penalised for handball, is he? Or was he off the pitch when it hit his hand? We will find out. It was never going to be easy. It's a major championship. It's been 55 years. Italy 1, England 1. As things stand, we will go to extra time. England are not losing. Here is Bonucci. We've had a breakaway goal and we've had a set play. It's a tight game. Verratti, Chiesa, the danger man. Chiesa tries to knock that one through. Well read by Maguire. Maguire clears it, and England just needs someone to get their foot on the ball for goodness sakes. They're not keeping the ball at all in this second half. Possession in the second half, 74% to the Italians. England really need to get their foot on the ball, don't they? But let's be positive. Games can swing. Games can change on moments, can't they? But you would have to concede Italy are the better side at the moment, but England are not losing the game. Here's Insigne in the 10. A brave substitution from Mancini to take off Immobile and play no strikers, basically. Here is Chiellini. Verratti. Jorginho. Cristante. Bonucci. Verratti. Chiellini. All Italy. England literally cannot get the ball. Here's Chiellini. Henderson closes. I take extra time at the moment. Here's Chiellini. And finally, England win the ball back. Calvin Phillips snatches it. Kane does well. Henderson pokes it forward to Saka, but that's excellent from Chiellini. Reads it. Here's Maguire. Maguire's given it all. Maguire's very lucky to win a foul there. Very lucky. Oh, dear. We're clearly playing the best team in the tournament. Italy much more confident at the moment. England need a chance. That's the sort of thing that could swing it, couldn't it? Get to it, Saka. Yeah. Get to it, any of the England players at the moment, crikey. Oh, right, positive. Here is Maguire stepping out. He's going to win the foul off Jorginho. And I think now would be a good time to open a beer to try and calm myself. Here is Saka coming in off the right. Saka is fouled by Verratti. And England now, and small mercies, guys, a couple of phases of play now. England having possession, drawing a couple of fouls. And England have a free kick. Are they going to put it in the box? It looks like they are. (78:42) on the clock. Maguire's gone forward. Phillips just knocks the free kick short to Shaw. Shaw clips it in looking for Maguire. That looked planned, but not well executed. Verratti. Oh, Saka, he's touched it onto Chiesa, and now here comes Chiesa on the break. Oh, and is he going to beat Walker? No. Oh, come on, get a foot in, for goodness sakes. Saka does indeed win it in the end, and Saka draws the foul. Chiesa is troubling me now. Chiesa has gone down hurt and holding his face and all of that good stuff. I hope he's okay, obviously. I suspect he is okay. We'll find out. Get his foot trodden on there. Phillips is going to try and help him up, and Chiesa is going to refuse and sit and cry a little bit longer. I hope he's okay. $80 minutes coming up. We are into the last 10 minutes of normal time. Ouch, in the Euros. Italy won, England won. Why I want to see this goal again, I don't know, but we're going to have to sit through it. Verratti just heads it. It's just one of those goals, isn't it? Ball goes in near post. You get the flick. It bounces. They win the header. It bounces off the post. It bounces to an Italian. Just one of those, isn't it? Time for the Italian magic sponge. I agree with Liam that the break, I assume what you're meaning here, might do good, might force extra time. Remember, it's a new game when you get to extra time. It really, really is. It can reset often, can't it? Come on, England, 100%. Struggling to turn around a defensive mindset. Yeah, I totally agree. And I'll reiterate my point. While you're sitting in, if you're not conceding, everything's fine. The second you concede, like Mr. Reeve points out, it's hard to turn around. Sterling and Walker having a chat. Is that Jeff Hurst or Sir Jeff Hurst in the stand up there? Who did the business last time? England won a trophy. Believe. Well, it's tricky. We need the players to believe, don't we? But I do agree. It needs the turnaround in momentum because having been sitting in, as soon as that goal goes in, you almost then make the team that just equalised immediate favourites, don't you? We're going to have a sub, actually. Bernadeschi's coming on, and whilst I don't wish any player in the world to get injured, if that's Chiesa going off, that might not be a bad thing for England. We have to calm down on the ball, look tired, closing down. Agreed. David. Come on, Wembley crowd. Looks like he's coming off. And, of course, we don't wish ill on any player, of course. And Chiesa's been he's probably my man of the match, actually, for the Italians. But he may be going off and Bernadeschi may be coming on. Shout out in Manila, Philippines. We'll read that out. There you go. And Anthony Canales, welcome. Henderson. Italy playing with 10. Chiesa has come back onto the pitch. Although Bernadeschi was being readied. Here's Mount down the left-hand side. Mount knocks it back into Shaw. Mount entering the penalty box on the left-hand side. Cuts it back. Oh, it hits Saka. He couldn't get out of the way. There were men behind him as well. Oh, here's Phillips. Walker. Phillips. Stones. Shaw. Temporary change of momentum here. Sterling. Come on, England. Shaw. Maguire. Stones. 83:30 on the clock. Walker. Saka, excuse me. I'm losing it. Phillips has drawn the foul off Insigne. And that is much, much better from England. They got up the pitch. The game completely switched around and England were having the possession and asking the questions there. I think the yellow card's coming out for Insigne. Just catches Calvin Phillips. He's had high nuisance value today. Do I bring Grealish on, Ben? I think he comes on in extra time, David, doesn't he? I don't think Southgate... do I bring Grealish on? Is not the question to ask. Does Southgate? No, I don't think he will. I think he waits for extra time now, doesn't he? And the game resets and he's guaranteed another 30 minutes then, isn't he? That's not to say that I wouldn't, but that doesn't matter, does it? Free kick, England. Mount puts it in. Stones up on the back post. It's going to go loose. Luke Shaw, silly. Just half volleys it over the crossbar. Oh, goodness me. Right, Bernadeschi. Oh, Chiesa is coming out. And you have to say the Italians have been unlucky with injury here. Spinazzola was their best player up to the quarterfinals. He's gone. And Chiesa, I think, has been their best player in the final. And now he's gone. So you have to say that's unlucky for the Italians. And in the name of good sportsmanship, I only normally do this for England players. But if you want to give a hand clap emoji for Chiesa, I think it's been really good in the second half. You can. Well played, Chiesa. Unlucky. He's going to go out hurt. And Federico Bernadeschi is going to come on. Shame for Chiesa. Yes, and they did miss Chiellini for 3 games. Good player, that lad, isn't he? Yeah, Juventus winger. Chiesa, his dad was, we talked about this a lot, a hell of a player as well, wasn't he? Enrico Chiesa. So Bernardeschi in, number 20. And I think, is he going to play? I think he's going to play down the middle and Insigne's going to move back out to the left. We will see. 86 minutes and 5 seconds gone. Well done, Charlie. I've liked Chiesa this tournament too. He's been excellent, hasn't he? Considering Berardi had the shirt for the first game, he's won it off him and scored goals against Austria. Oh dear, have we got somebody on the pitch? I suppose, given my feelings on this type of thing, I shouldn't even talk about them. So keep your comments coming. Please hit like as well. We're doing great numbers on this video, by the way. So do hit subscribe. I would like to see Harry Maguire. He looks a bit forlorn at the moment. Go into Terry Butcher or Tony Adams mode, but maybe that's not quite his thing. We're going to be adding stoppage time on now. Keep your concentration, England players. Whatever buffoonery is going on the pitch now. Referee keepers, I think he's going to give the ball back to John Stones. And that's probably going to add a minute on of stoppage time there. Maguire sorts his feet out there. Close down. I tell you what, Bernardeschi is running like Forrest Gump up the top there, isn't he? I'm not going to read Matt's comment. I'll put it on the screen, though. And we'll move quickly on from that. Maguire. The levelling out I was hoping for seems to be happening, fingers crossed. Here comes Sterling. Sterling inside left. Sterling drives forward. Sterling is in the box. Sterling still carries it. Oh, he's taking it out of play and it's going to be a goal kick. Chiellini is doing his fist bumping for running with someone and closing them down. It was Bonucci, the goal scorer, who does well, stands up, foot in, bounces off Sterling. Little lean on him. Fair contact, I think. Good defending by Bonucci. 88:50 on the clock. Italy won, England won. As things stand, we're either heading for a dramatic late winner or we're heading for extra time. Verratti. Jorginho. Verratti. Nice ball through the lines. Phillips, well done. Closes down Cristante. Phillips. Sterling. Shaw bombs forward in the 90th minute. Sterling has been fouled there. No? Oh, interesting. Here's Bernardeschi, comes short. Bernardeschi does well. Don't you dare give a foul for that now. And it's an England throw. And I think this is a very straightforward comment from David, but I think this needs to be remembered. There are 2 teams on the pitch and Italy are very good. Italians are playing excellent. Yeah, agree with both. Remember what England are up against. I believe this is the 2 best teams in the tournament. Have we had the stoppage time go up? We're over the 90 minutes. Now Sterling definitely got pulled back that time, didn't he? There you go. 6 minutes stoppage time. We knew it was going to be a lot. 6 minutes of stoppage time. As I said, We're either getting a dramatic late goal or we're going to extra time. Nice to see Sterling coming more involved. 6 on the clock, John. 45 seconds of them gone. May feel like 6 years. It is for that England fan who's on the screen at the moment, bless him. Goodness me. The free kick's going to go into the box, actually. Shaw puts it in flat. Maguire is a winner. Stones jumps, and the Italians are going to come away. That's a foul by Henderson on Verratti. Well played by Verratti. Just got his body in the way and took the contact. Clever play by Verratti. 91-22 on the clock. Drama. Here is Chiellini. Verratti. Jorginho. Verratti. Chiellini. Henderson playing nice and high, just leading the press. Nice ball through the lines. Little flick on. Here's Cristante down the right wing. That should be easy for England. Walker. Well played, Walker. Just bumps Insigne off the ball, and Chiellini, I have to say, that's very good from Chiellini. In there, firm, and wins the tackle. 92-13. Here is Pickford with a huge kick forward, and Bonucci very confidently, despite Sterling being behind him, flicks it back home to Donnarumma. They've grown into the game, the two Italian defenders. I thought Kane was at it first 25 minutes, wasn't he? Coming short, doing bits, holding the ball nicely, but they've won the battle, Bonucci and Chiellini, since then, haven't they? Emerson. Chiellini. Foot in there from Phillips, but it goes straight back to Chiellini. Verratti. Chiellini. Verratti. Bonucci switches the play. Nice ball. Chest down by Insigne. Chiellini. Verratti. 93-16 on the clock. Nervous, anybody? I look relaxed. I'm not. Here's Chiellini. Gets it back off Verratti, gives it back to him. Italians moving the ball round, but we are very much in don't take a risk zone. Here is Verratti. Clips it down the line. Nice ball again. Insigne hugging the touchline. Verratti. Blocked out by Saka. Henderson flick into Kane. Kane tries to flick it back to him. Difficult pass. And Chiellini sweeps it up. 94-10. We are 1 minute and 50 seconds left of minimum stoppage time. And that would signal extra time in the Euro 2020 final. Italy 1, England 1. Bonucci on halfway, not being pressed. Who's settling for extra time? Looks like England have. Italy still moving the ball and progressing forward. And here is Cristante down the right. Oh, goodness me. Crossed in, and Kyle Walker chests it back to Jordan Pickford. And they've given the ball straight back. I think they tried to get Mason Mount in, but they've essentially just given another, possibly 2 attacking phases to the Italians, who are ending the stronger in extra time after England looked all right going into the 90-minute mark, didn't they? Goodness me. Jorginho clip in, all good cover by Calvin Phillips. Maguire in the air against Bernardeschi. Henderson sweeps up nicely, and Walker clips that away. Big header by Bonucci. Excellent. Now, Bonucci's pulled up there. That would not be another injury for the Italians that they would want. Oh, now surely Chiellini's getting a yellow card for that. The most cynical pullback by Chiellini you've ever seen there. Goodness me. Saka had beaten him, and Chiellini with a horrible bit of S-housery there. Look at this. Saka's completely done him for pace. Rugby tackle there, around the neck. Most nailed-on yellow card you'll ever see in your life. Most cynical professional foul you'll ever see in your life. But hey, Chiellini's been applauded for that stuff all his career, hasn't he? Hey? That does, however, take us to 96 minutes. It's a free kick to England. I think we're going to extra time. Phillips puts it across to Maguire, who doesn't win the header, and the whistle is going to go. Goodness me. It is full time. England are going to extra time against Italy. Italy 1, England 1. England take the lead very, very early in the game. Luke Shaw with the goal. Italy then forced to come out. They play with great intensity. England sit in and defend their lead. And then Italy score from a set play. Minute number 67. England were 23 minutes away from lifting that trophy. No good. And then you have to switch the mindset, don't you? If you're Italy, do you carry on down the same route? If you're England, can you then come back into it and move out from the sitting in position? England did, to be fair, and Southgate brings in Saka for Trippier. Henderson in for Rice as well, presumably for a little bit of experience. And after the substitution, it was a more even game. England with a couple of phases of attacking play, but it feels like it needs a hard reset, doesn't it, in extra time, as Mancini gets the Italians together. They played well, Italy, and I think when we're commenting on England, and we've had this pointed out a few times, what needs to colour your comment is that Italy are good. They're very good. I am counting yellow cards, though. Bonucci, yellow card. Chiellini, yellow card. Insigne, yellow card. So both the slightly ageing Italian centre-halves are on yellow cards. So if and when Southgate uses Grealish, draw that foul. Draw that foul. I think we're going to see Grealish. Not yet, though. So the teams, it won't do me any good bringing SofaScore up. For England, it's a 4-3-3 now, really, isn't it? Pickford in goal, Shaw left back, Walker right back, Maguire and Stone centre back. Phillips is sitting basically with Henderson and Mount ahead of him. Saka right, Sterling left, Kane up top. That's the issue with Grealish as well. You have to take Sterling out to put him in as things stand in this system. For the Italians, Donnarumma in goal, Di Lorenzo and Emerson are fullbacks. Bonucci and Chiellini, both on yellow cards, are the centre-halves. We have a midfield three of Jorginho, Verratti and Cristante. And it was a brave substitution by Mancini to take out Immobile and play with no striker, essentially, from minute 55. That has been changed now of sorts, with Bernardeschi central, Berardi right, and Insigne down the left. It's 4-3-3 against 4-3-3. And let's be frank, the two goals, a counter-attack for England and a set play for Italy. This is a tight game. Despite the eye test telling us, look, Italy have had lots of the ball, whilst they were trailing. Huge chances, not many for either team. Italy 1, England 1. Extra time. And I'm going to point it out once more. Yellow card, Insigne. Yellow card, Chiellini. Yellow card, Bonucci. Woof. That was not very good by England, who conceded initiative before half time. Agree with that. It was what you have, you hold. And they gave too much momentum, didn't they? Now, Mancini is being brave here. He's bringing Belotti in. I wonder if he'll take Insigne off, who's on a yellow card, and play Bernardeschi down the left. It looks like Belotti, the big number 9, is about to come in. Yeah, Insigne is going to go out. So scratch that. So I'd imagine Bernardeschi is going to go left. Belotti, the big English-looking centre forward, is going to go central, and Berardi will go right. So scratch what I said. Only 2 players on yellow cards now, and that is those 2 big centre halves, Chiellini and Bonucci. Extra time has started. We are tense. We are nervous. Italy 1, England 1. We've got another 30 minutes of football to play. Can England get a foothold in this first 15-minute period of extra time? It's going to be an Italy free kick. It's a handball being given. We'll get you a timestamp 1 minute into period 1 of extra time. I'm at 48 at the moment. We'll give you that as soon as we can, guys. Here is Bonucci. Sorry, I missed it. Sorry, my bad. I'm all over the place. Chiellini. Bonucci. We're 1 minute 7 in. If you want a proper timestamp, ask in the chat and we'll get you one. Here's Bernardeschi down the left. Henderson closes. Bernardeschi is going to win the corner. No, there's been a foul given against Henderson by Emerson. Henderson goes down. Emerson has been penalised for body checking him. To be fair, that's a good decision. Yeah, he did just stand up and block his run. You don't often see them given, especially from corners. For goodness sakes. Some England fans doing some nail biting coming up on the big screen. We're stressed too, guys. Let's keep calm. Hope those players can keep calm. Belotti. Good play. Beats Phillips. Offers something a little bit different, Belotti. It's clipped in behind. It's a high foot there, surely. Berardi. Does he catch Kane? He apologises. Fair enough. Bit of S-housery from Kane there. He holds his head. The foot was about that high compared to his head. But hey-ho. What are you going to do? Don't bite your nails. That's not good for you. Agreed. Here's Saka. Saka. Walker. Stones. Maguire. Keep the ball, England. Build momentum slowly. Mount. Drives forward. Shaw, the goal scorer. A long, long time ago, Luke Shaw. Couple of hours ago now, 1.5 hours ago at least. Locatelli looks like he's warming up or about to come on for the Italians. Probably be Verratti that goes out, so some extra legs. Locatelli is going to be coming on. Needs some encouragement here, absolutely. See if we can spread the positivity. Sterling has fouled Jorginho. Jorginho with a very English insult there. I can understand that one. Sterling fouls him in the corner. Helen, who made you work tonight, for goodness sake? Not good. I think Grealish is warming up over by the corner flag. If I'm Jack Grealish, I'm warming up the whole time and making myself look very obvious in front of any camera I can. We are awaiting Locatelli for the Italians. Probably going to be Verratti going off. I would have thought. I just don't see Jorginho not finishing the game, especially if it goes to penalties. He's the best penalty taker on the pitch, isn't he? Apart from maybe Kane. Verratti, whose minutes may be numbered here. Chiellini. Chiellini gets it back. Bonucci. Bonucci going for that big diag that he's gone for a fair amount of times. Easy catch for Jordan Pickford. Here is Stones. Phillips. Stones. Back to Phillips. Shaw. Good play by Calvin Phillips there. Shaw into Mount. Heavy touch by Mount. Although they're going to get lucky here, England. Henderson has played it through. Here's Sterling. Sterling's in the box. Sterling crosses low. That's excellent from Chiellini again. God, he's irritating, isn't he? England get a bit lucky there. Heavy touch by Mount. Lucky bounce. Really good ball by Henderson. Plays Sterling right in. Really good defending by Chiellini. Sterling tried to get the crossover. And it's a corner to England. They haven't had much joy. And as we suggested, Verratti is going out. Locatelli, number 5, is coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subs from the Italians. I believe you can go to a 6th in extra time. And even if you haven't made all 5 in the 90, I believe I'm correct. Corner to England. Luke Shaw. Shaw headed away. I think Locatelli with his first touch. Phillips drives it in low. Oh, it's not far. Wide. Oh. Chest down from Calvin Phillips. Keeps his eye on it. Volleys it in low. And it's probably 1.5 meters wide, is it, in the end? Donnarumma definitely has that one covered. Now, I hope Luke is right. If the pressing is stopping, then maybe it is the time to drop Grealish or Sancho in. And it looks like that substitution is about to happen. I'm pretty sure I've just seen Jack Grealish be thrown a shirt. Maguire, big header, good control, Kane. Bonucci closes him down. Nice touch off by Kane. Henderson, who's, I was just going to say, just getting into the game, and he overhits the pass. And here comes the substitution. Now, will Jack Grealish be put into the number 10 role where Mason Mount is, or will Southgate take Sterling out? We've got more pressing matters here because Di Lorenzo's coming down the right and he's behind Shaw. Di Lorenzo crosses in low. Maguire clears and out it goes for a throw. Will Southgate put Grealish in at number 10 for Mason Mount, or will Sterling step out and Grealish play down the left? It's Grealish time. Here is Chiellini, Locatelli, Emerson, Locatelli, Bonucci. If Grealish is 10, get him against Chiellini and Bonucci, both on yellow cards. No one draws fouls like Jack Grealish does, for goodness sake. Bellotti, good turn away from Stones. Bellotti hits the shot, deflected. Get that pick video. Well done. Pickford holds on to it. Are we going to get the sub? We are not. Big throw out from Pickford is a good one to Mount, who brings that down beautifully. That's excellent from Mount. Really good play. Jorginho takes him down. It's a foul. And I think that might be it for Mason Mount. Yes, Grealish at 10 for the last 20 minutes. Well played, Mason Mount. A good stint. He'll have done a lot of stuff that's gone unnoticed to us people watching on TV, put it that way. Grealish comes in for Mason Mount. Can England get Grealish against Bonucci or Chiellini? And is there enough time, even if a red card does come, for England to capitalise? Is Grealish gone out left, or are they just going to rotate? No, it looks like Grealish is going to play 10. It's a free kick to England. Yeah, well done, Mount, lad, of course. Absolutely. Here is Shaw, crosses in. Chiellini heads away. Phillips edge of the box. Phillips is fouled, surely, isn't he? Saka in the box. Saka back to Shaw. Shaw crosses in. Deflected, and Belotti gets the clearance away. Maguire goes home. Let's get Grealish on the ball. He's fresh and he marches to the beat of his own drum, doesn't he? Phillips. Walker. Sterling. Walker. Stones. Pickford is going to go long. Grealish still awaiting his first touch. Kane, Bonucci, brilliant in the air there, wins it again. And Bonucci is a winner from the second ball. Belotti, though, was offside. Extra time period 1 is coming to a close. Sure. And here is Grealish now. And he's in down the left-hand side. Grealish in the box as well. Grealish. He's occupied 2. Grealish dribbles the ball. Little knock off. Oh, and Saka can't quite control it. And Grealish immediately, that's what he can do. Slows the game down and dribbles. A one-trick pony, but a blooming good trick if you can pull it off. Being able to stop on the ball and dribble every time you get it. Here is Bonucci. 11:23 of the first period of extra time gone. Chiellini. I repeat, Chiellini and Bonucci both on yellow cards. England throwing. Walker. Kane. Why are we retaking that? Oh, I think it's an Italy throw. Southgate throws it back. And Emerson will take the throw. Italy 1, England 1. Anyone smell penalties? Grealish. Maguire. Poor clearance from Maguire, or pass. I think he was trying to find Sterling. Sterling's, of course, out on the right-hand side now. It looks like Saka's in the 10 position at the moment. And Grealish left. Perhaps we'll see those 3 rotate. Here is Chiellini. Bonucci. Little knock round the corner. Good ball. Bernardeschi helps it on. Walker. Oh, Walker's gone in for the challenge and Emerson's beaten him. Emerson crosses in. Oh, Pickford gets there. Oh, goodness me. Oh, Kyle Walker has been absolutely brilliant for about the last 3 England games. He just dived into a tackle then. He won it, but it bounced off. It bounced off Emerson. Emerson put the cross in. That's good from Pickford. He just gets anything he can on it. Look, Kyle Walker has got a lot of credit from me. Just dived in there and didn't win it. Did he? Oh. Chance there for the Italians. Blimey indeed. Pickford, big clearance. And again, Bonucci, excellent. Just flicks the header back. Oh, it's tense, guys. The nerves have gone crazy, haven't they just? Here's Bonucci. Bonucci steps forward towards halfway. I've got that much beer left in the house, dearie me. Chiellini. Emerson. Cristante. Cristante tries the diag. Big header by Maguire. Well played. Well, that's only gone as far as Bernardeschi. Oh, Saka gets beaten. Locatelli, shots blocked. Phillips in there. Come on, foot in. And Calvin Phillips gets it clear. Kane against Di Lorenzo. Well played, Di Lorenzo. Managed to outstrength Kane. And Kane has been penalised for the foul. Just goes in from the side on Jorginho. I think the ref's called that right, hasn't he? Yeah, it's a good decision. Jorginho, clever there. Just gets his foot in the way. And we are 5 seconds away from the first period of extra time ending. They've normally added a minute on. Yeah, there's the minute board has gone up. And the Italians are on the attack. Jorginho. Oh, nice ball through the lines. Here is Locatelli. Crosses low. Maguire, well played. And Grealish, like nobody else, draws the foul. Body in the way. Ben run out of beer. Things I thought I would never hear. Look, I'm gonna have a bit of an amnesty on the beer for the next couple of weeks, I think. To be fair, there's some red wine downstairs. We are into the first minute of stoppage time. Ref's been good tonight. Yeah, totally agree, Luke. Totally agree. I thought maybe he could have booked. Who was it who followed through on that tackle? That's the only one, but maybe that's my England head talking, and there's probably an Italian equivalent I could think of. Locatelli's been penalised, I think, for a handball right on 16 minutes here. Oxymoron, dry Ben. Stop it. If I've got that reputation, I need to stop. I have one beer left. When do I open it? I can't answer that, Anthony. 25 in extra time, I think. England free kick. It's going to be the last kick of the first half of extra time, I think. Luke Shaw is going to swing it in from the left-hand side. All the nail biting going on here in the stand there, you can see. Shaw floats it to the back post, and is there a foul on Belotti in the middle? Looks like it. It's half time in extra time. Italy 1, England 1. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture. Over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Second half of extra time. England won, Italy won. Italy won, England won. Let's get it the right way round. And look, I'm just going to switch to the wine. So here comes the first horrible taste of wine after you've been drinking beer for 2 hours. That will cleanse the palate. And away we go. Second half of extra time has begun. More even, certainly, than the second half of the 90-minute version, that first half of extra time. And this is going to be a free kick to Italy. I think Marcus Rashford has come on, or he was certainly being readied as I was coming in, although we did see Southgate make a change a minute after extra time had started. 1 o'clock. Look, come on. However this is going to play out, I didn't put on a big cover bet. I bet there's someone in the chat who's got 500 quid on Italy to win. So they're happy, whatever. I can't see. So no, Rashford's getting ready. Remember, Rashford is, of course, a penalty taker. But it's a free kick, first of all. So let me fix my hair up. There we go. To England, return of the Red Baron. There we go. It's Argentinian, not Italian. Let's get rid of the remnants of the last Italian stuff. That can go in the bin. Okay. Free kick to Italy. I think Bernardeschi's going to take it. Number 20 for Italy. Here he comes. Oh, good strike spilt by Pickford and then grabbed by Pickford. But don't worry. I'm calm. You're all calm. Everyone in the stadium's calm. Not a problem. Well done, Jordan. Little spill. No problem. Deary me. Rashford for who? Yes, it's Bielsa wine, isn't it? Well, there we go. That puts energy into Calvin Phillips then, yes? Rashford possibly for Sterling, although would Sterling take a penalty? Kyle Walker is going to take the throw in for England. We are 13 minutes away from a final penalty shootout. Walker, long throw. Maguire's a winner. Is he? It's going to come loose, or Grealish has the shot blocked. Saka in the box. Saka, Kane. Kane clips it in. Oh, it's gone loose and Donnarumma came out. If Stones had got there ahead of Donnarumma, oh, he would have nodded it into the net. But good goalkeeping from the big Italian. And we play on. Oh, they got a bit lucky there, Italy. It was a mishit clearance and it's gone straight on for Locatelli, who drives forward. Locatelli feeds it through. Belotti looked offside. He's played on and Luke Shaw clears it. Thank you, linesman. Yeah, the flag goes up. My eyes told me that Belotti was offside. Mike, I'll put that up, but I'm not reading it out. There we go. If Stones could have got on the end of that. Did you see the replay? Oh, he brushes his hair. If he touches that, Donnarumma's done and he just flicks it into the net. John Stones was that far. You could see his hair. The ball brushed through his hair, for F's sake. I'm not going to swear. We are 18:47 into extra time. There's a lady hiding behind an England flag. I feel your pain, my friend. I feel your pain. We all do. I would love Granny Val to bang one over the line for us. Come on. Anybody now. I can barely watch this. Oh, it's, yeah. Agree with the lot of you. Oh, I'm allowed to. It's the final. There you go. I swore the other day, didn't I? And someone, of course, clipped it out, didn't they? Here's Maguire. We are 10.5 minutes from penalties in the Euro 2020 final. Maguire again. Phillips. Phillips is in his more familiar role now with Henderson pressing a little bit ahead of him. Here's Walker down the right. Bit of a heavy touch by Walker. Recontrols. Inside to Calvin Phillips. Maguire. Shaw. Maguire. Nice ball. Here's Grealish. Grealish in the 10. Grealish does well. Beats his man. Grealish onto Sterling on the right. Sterling into Henderson. Back to Sterling. Sterling's in the 6-yard box. Oh, Chiellini is like so irritating. That's brilliant from Chiellini. I hate him. He was on his backside, Chiellini, for F's sake, and stretched out the left foot and still got it away from Sterling. Ugh. Henderson, come on, England, push on. Grealish towards the edge of the box. Grealish, nice play. Is that going to get out to Shaw? Of course it is. Shaw. I tried to play it back to Saka. Saka not quite on his wavelength. Come on, England. Come on. Stones. Sterling. Can they get Grealish on the ball in a one-on-one? Italians double up every time, don't they? They're not stupid. There's the big diag. And it's cleared. I hate to say it, concede it's going to penalty. Chiellini is a master. That's probably why I hate him at the moment, isn't he? I can't appreciate him at the moment. Hard to think he's 36. Saka been a bit poor. It's not quite happened for him. I don't want to... It's difficult because I'm supposed to analyse the game objectively, but I just don't want to today. So I don't want to criticise Saka because I'm such a big fan, but... There we go. Crucial moment of the match. Hope not. I hope there's another one. Someone can make themselves a hero. I want it to be Jack Grealish now. He seems to be the one that could unlock them. Here's Kane. Does well. Kane, lovely ball. Sterling, good defending there by Emerson. Grealish is fouled. And Grealish stays down. Chiellini is... screaming his case, as you can imagine. Jordan Henderson is having a word. Captain Jack is stayed down. Chiellini is babbling on in the referee's ear. The yellow card is out, so the decision is made. Jorginho is going to get the yellow. Ooh. He's a lucky fella. Oh. Well, all I'm going to say is if that was the Premier League, and okay, maybe we think the Premier League is pretty awfully refereed, but Jorginho goes into the ball, through the ball, and I have seen people red carded for that, and I don't want to sound like a little Englander here, but that was a bad tackle by Jorginho, who will undoubtedly take a penalty. Let's have another look. I know everything looks terrible in super slow. Excessive force? Endangering an opponent, anybody? It's not the worst one I've ever seen. Oh, no, he goes right through on the thigh. He's got the yellow card. So basically, I doubt VAR will get involved because it won't be deemed a clear and obvious error. But how many of them have we seen in the Premier League where the tackle goes in stiff, they get the foot on the ball bounces off, goes somewhere else, and through the foot goes, and it's then endangering the opponent or excessive force, isn't it? We've seen plenty of those, haven't we? There we go. Dennis Adoy, Liam Cooper. Yeah. Oh, it's difficult, isn't it? I'm in complete bias mode as well now. So all I'll say is I've seen them red carded in the Premier League. But let's be honest, this tournament is better refereed than the Premier League, where it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? But there we go. Move on. Yellow card, 24:42 on the clock. Phillips curves the free kick in. Great catch by Donnarumma. Harry Maguire's just waved the physio on for one of the Italians, I think. No, that's not happening. Di Lorenzo, I think, went down holding his back. We're going to get some stoppage time at the end of this, but guys, 4 minutes and 50 seconds until... Oh, God. I hate penalty shootouts at the best of times, let alone when England are in them. Bernadeschi plays that out to Emerson. Cristante. Bonucci, Cristante. Trying to add another little wrinkle in the Italians' playmaking there. Cristante's dropped right in behind Jorginho now, who always takes that position. Looks like we're about to get a sub, which you would assume, dare I say, will be a penalty taker. Emerson. Well, Emerson clips it in. Bernadeschi chests it down. Bernadeschi tries to cross. He wants a handball off John Stones. He's not going to get one. Let's have a look at the replay. I think it does hit his arm, doesn't it? But he turns in like that. The arm's against the body. The ball doesn't travel far. We're looking for an arm in unnatural position, aren't we? And even with my little Englander hat on, that's not a penalty, is it? Not just a penalty shootout. This is the final. Stop it. Oh, dear. Here's Saka. Saka down the left against Locatelli. Saka does well. And I thought he was going to win a corner. And I thought Grealish was then going to win a corner, but it's a goal kick. Italy won. England won. Here comes Florenzi, the right back, who started the first game for Emerson. We've seen this substitution before. So Di Lorenzo will go and play left back. And I'm wondering whether Florenzi's a penalty taker. And I'm wondering whether Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford are penalty takers, because they're both about to come on with 2 minutes to go. God, can you imagine the pressure? Being told, right, you've got 2 minutes and then you might have to take a pen. But hey, they're fresh, Sancho and Rashford, aren't they? Oh, God. Who came on? Florenzi. He flicks it on. So throw into England. 27:53. Oh, my God. Is this really going to go to penalties in the final? It really, really is, isn't it? And I've got a funny feeling Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho are both pegged to take one, aren't they? Get your penalty takers in there in the chat. Harry Kane, obviously. I'd imagine Rashford for certain, and Sancho probably. Why else would they be coming on? Henderson will volunteer, but he's missed a couple, hasn't he? Have we got any Villa fans in? Look, I was at the game and I can't remember. Did Grealish take one in the shootout against West Brom? I can't remember. Walker, sure, you often look to the fullbacks that look, they'll have practiced them. Who knows? Bonucci, we've got 1 minute and 7 seconds to go. Here is Florenzi. Pickford furious. Pickford, calm down. You might be about to face a penalty shootout, and we don't want a Joe Hart type performance. Yes, he scored. I can't remember when, like. It was literally in the stand at the game. Rashford and Sancho are coming on. Please get a feel of the ball. Henderson is coming out for Rashford. Henderson taking one for the team. The sub gets subbed again. Who's Sancho coming in for? Kyle Walker. I hope they can defend this set play now. Sancho is on for Walker. So we don't particularly have a back four at the moment. Jadon Sancho might have to play fullback for this minute. And literally, we've just gone over the 30 minutes of extra time. And I feel so nervous for this corner. Please win the header. In it comes. Oh, the Italians win the header on the near post. Close him down, Jack. Close him down for F's sake. Come on. Don't let him cross it. Well done, Grealish. Phillips, well played. Oh, there you go. Get a couple of championship players on it. Phillips and Grealish, they'll sort it out. So I'd imagine Jadon Sancho or Marcus Rashford are going to go and play fullback in Kyle Walker's place for, God, we've got to play 3 minutes like this. We played 30 seconds of it. Are they going to make another sub? It looks like there's loads of movement around on the bench. Oh, my God. This trophy is going to be decided on a penalty shootout as things stand. But the Italians, Florenzi down the left. Here's Bernardeschi. And I think Marcus Rashford is playing right back. Oh, my God. And I think Marcus Rashford has done quite well. Oh, how's your heart rate? Anybody got an Apple Watch? Oh, my God. We are 1.5 minutes into 3 minutes of minimum stoppage time. And by God, we are going to penalties. Sancho. Florenzi does well. Jorginho pokes it away. Locatelli closed down by Kane. Di Lorenzo. Sorry, I was wrong about Florenzi. He has played left back. They did switch Di Lorenzo over in the last game, but they're not doing that in this one. Florenzi, Cristante, Jorginho, who will probably be penalty taker number 5 for the Italians. He was the other night. Di Lorenzo. It's crossed in. Leave it. Well played, Rashford. I can't believe we got Marcus Rashford played at right back, but hey, he's on there to take a pen, isn't he, Rashford? Oh, my God. We are 30 seconds away from the end of minimum stoppage time. And look, I'm going to do it. Let's get ready for penalties. Oh, a couple of very young England fans there. Boys, enjoy it. It could be the best thing or the worst thing you ever see. 10 seconds of normal time remaining. It's hooked out. It's going to penalties, guys. Saka. And the referee puts his whistle to his lips. The Euro 2020 final between England and Italy has ended 1-1. And we are about to go to a penalty shootout. We've beaten Colombia in the World Cup. We beat Spain in Euro 96, but we've got to mention them. West Germany 1990 lost on penalties. Germany 1996 lost on penalties. Portugal twice on penalties, is that right? And I'm going to stop there. It's gone to penalties. The Euros Oh, my God. How is your heart rate, anybody? The Euros are going to be decided on penalties. Let me get ready. How are we going to do this? Let's try and do it the way we've done it before. Come on, Jordan Pickford. Prince William is working out the 5 penalty takers, which is absolutely brilliant. He's a Villa fan, isn't he? He'll want Grealish to take one. There is David Beckham, who, of course, famously, I think in one of those shootouts, did he miss against Portugal? We just not mention that. It's penalties. England have not been in a shootout this tournament. Italy have against Spain, and they won. Oh, it's too much. It's absolutely too much. I think the last penalty shootout I saw was that Villa West Brom one we were talking about, but I had no dog in a fight. I just watched on as a detached observer. Calvin Phillips has just put his hand up to say something. He's pointing at Grealish. He's pointing at Shaw. Who else is he pointing at? John Stones. There's a lot of discussion going on here about the penalties. A lot of pieces of paper being passed about here. Oh, God. It is absolutely too much. The tension is incredible. I think Grealish is taking one. I think Phillips is taking one. Just from the body language, you'd assume Kane and Rashford will definitely take one. I don't understand why Sancho has been brought on if he's not going to take one. So at the moment, my 5, who I think are going to be picked, are Kane, Rashford, Stones, Grealish, Sancho. Although he did point at Phillips, didn't he? So maybe not Stones. Oh. What to say? What to say? Heart rate, a calm 79. Whatever happens, it's been a great tournament. Yeah, ask me in 10 minutes whether it's a great tournament. Right, don't let Chiellini psych you out, Kane. Don't let him touch you. Go on, England. He did point at Luke Shaw, whoever put that comment up there, Chris. Oh. Does that mean Harry Kane's won the toss? Remember my normal theories on penalties. The first miss is not fatal. And it's a mixture of emotional control, technique, and stamina, basically. And emotional control comes mainly from the goalkeeper as well. So Jordan Pickford, I don't want to bury Joe Hart. Don't be like Joe Hart and get yourself overhyped here. Donnarumma, we thought would be a fearsome opponent. Look at the size of him as well. He's a great goalkeeper. The mind games begin. Donnarumma's now going to try and get in Pickford's head. Pickford's going to try and get back in Donnarumma's heads. And I just cannot believe that the whole thing is going to penalties. We know England practice. We know England practice hard, but let's assume the Italians practice just as hard. And guys, if someone misses, it's a mistake. Let's not ostracize them for the rest of their careers. We don't want that to happen. Why does it have to end like this? We're in front of the English fans. And Italy are going to go first. And it's Berardi to take for the Italians. Italy take first, which is the position you want to be in, I have to say. Keep your comments coming. I'm just going to try and keep on the action. Oh, God. Here comes Brady, who's going to take left-footed. Jordan Pickford lines up. Brady with the first penalty in the shootout. Brady scores. 1-0 to Italy. Pickford goes the wrong way. A good start for the Italians. Italy 1, England 0 in the penalty shootout. Here comes Harry Kane. A penalty taker for England, a penalty taker for Spurs. Harry Kane. Oh, God. Kane versus Donnarumma. Kane, right-footed. Come on, Harry. Scores! 1-1. Italy 1. England 1. England off to a good start. Pressure now shifts across to Italy with every penalty scored. Who will take the second penalty for Italy? Belotti, a substitute in the game. Did he come in during extra time? 91, yeah, came in for extra time. Belotti, the second taker. Belotti looks like he's going to smash it. He's taken a very purposeful 4 or 5 steps back. Belotti versus Pickford. Belotti takes a step to the left. Saved! Jordan Pickford has saved. The first penalty missed is by the Italians. The first penalty miss is not always fatal. Italy have missed. Pickford to his left makes the save. I repeat, the first penalty miss is not always fatal. Here comes Harry Maguire. 1-1. England have a penalty in hand. Maguire. It's going to be a right-footed penalty. Come on, Harry. Here he comes. And he smashes it into the top corner. England lead. Now, if England score their remaining penalties, they will win the Euros. Maguire smashes it into the top corner and breaks the camera by the look of it. Don't think we're going to get in-goal camera for the rest of the shootout. England 2, Italy 1. Here comes Bonucci. He scored in the game. The third penalty for the Italians. Bonucci. It's another right footer. Here comes Leo Bonucci. Oh, Pickford's close. He went the right way. Bonucci just lifted it. And it's Italy 2, England 2. He stuttered with the run-up as well. Oh, just above Pickford's hands. It's a good penalty by Bonucci. Italy 2, England 2. Marcus Rashford, who came on in extra time right at the end, presumably, to take a penalty. Rashford. Looks like another right footer. He's going to angle his run up. I think he's going to take 2 steps left and then run in from the angle. Rashford. 3 steps left. Here he comes. Rashford stutters. Oh, no. Rashford hits the post. It's 2-2. The Italians are level. Rashford hits the post. It looks like he paused for too long. Remember, the first miss is not always fatal. England 2, Italy 2. Rashford hits the post. misses from the spot. First miss is not always fatal. Bernadeschi comes up. We are level now. Bernadeschi looks like a left-footed. Angles his run-up. Come on, Jordan. Can he make a second save? Bernadeschi, here he comes. Oh, it's down the middle and it's into the net. Bernadeschi scores. The pressure is back on England. Italy 3, England 2 in the shootout. The next taker for England, if he misses, would mean that the Italians would have a penalty to win it. It's Jadon Sancho. We thought he would take one after he came on at the end of extra time. So did Marcus Rashford. Sancho, 3-2 on penalties. Sancho, a right footer. Sancho stutters. Oh, it's saved. Sancho has missed. And I think it's going to be Jorginho. Italy have a penalty to win the Euros, and it is Jorginho. Italy 3, England 2. If Jorginho scores, Italy will win. We need a save from Jordan Pickford, but Jorginho is the best taker for the Italians. Misses now from Rashford and Sancho. If Jorginho scores, England will lose on penalties. Jorginho, here he comes. It's the hop, step, the jump. Saved! And Jorginho has missed. Oh, my God. Pickford makes the save. I thought it was going to come off his back, off the post and into the net. Oh, what a save. I cannot do it. Oh, my God. Pickford saves 3-3. Sorry, it's not 3-3 at all. It's 3-2. Bukayo Saka now has to score to take us to sudden death in the shootout. Saka, left-footed. Here he comes. Saved. Italy win the Euros. 3 misses in a row for England, and Italy have won the Euros. Southgate shakes Mancini's hand, and England lose on penalties. Berardi scored for Italy, Kane for England, Belotti missed, Maguire scored, and then 3 consecutive misses from England, from Rashford, Sancho, and Bukayo Saka. England reached their first major final in 55 years, and Italy have won on penalties. Congratulations to the Italians. They win on penalties. England have lost the final. Italy win 3-2 on penalties. Jorginho did miss at the end then, but Donnarumma makes the save, and Italy are European champions. Tears of joy for Mancini. Congratulations to the Italians who have won on penalties. And let's just hope these poor boys that have missed Rashford missing, Sancho missing, Saka missing. And, oh God, we are now seeing the name Italy being written on the trophy. Absolutely brutal. Bonucci celebrates. Congratulations to Italy. Sancho is in tears. Gareth Southgate consoles him. He knows exactly how Sancho feels, although Southgate missed in a semi-final. Sancho missed in a final, and England have lost the final on penalties. England didn't lose a game in 90 minutes or 120 minutes in this tournament. And here's the penalty from Saka. It's not a good penalty. It's not the time to discuss that, is it? And England lose on penalties in the final. Two subs, both missed. They did, didn't they? Whether they came on too late. I don't want to get into the whys or wherefores or the blame game or whatever. England so close, but yet so far. And Italy are the European champions. Euro 2020 has been won by Italy. 3-2 on penalties. The match drawn 1-1. And England have lost. Thank you, everybody. I don't really know what else I'm going to add to this. I'm going to go and talk to the missus, I think. Italy win on penalties. Thank you, everybody, for watching throughout the tournament. I'll reflect properly tomorrow. There's no point me talking now, I don't think. Yeah, Italy are European champions. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Feel free to comment after the fact. Congratulations to Italy, who have won the European Championship on penalties. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and it's a big over and out from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.